hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They're deceived with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. When you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour, take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. Off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
Washing gonna find Bolu, but does get hit marker by Jez. Going up against, they're now all tied up. 1-1. Theo is going to get taken down by Jazz. You can now see Jazz pushing up towards the B flag. Rock that 35 round. See that we have Vague pushing up incredibly far, but this should be a free kill for Theo. Sure enough, with the push from the backside, it finds Jazz.
vai descer essa docinha. Pofo. Botou no cofrinho do Ibis. Pofo pra cima do Delzinho. Double pofo do craque. Faz clique aí, meu chat. Você tá no YouTube, faz o clique da jogada. Tomara tá.
Um som, morto.
Vou cravar esquerda, vou cravar cima, trava esquerda, crava esquerda.
Tem um, só tem ar. Vai ter mais um.
Aí tem que botar essa
Pode ver agora, calma,
Sub-Zero pernambucano. Nossa!
Hey, we've got 2 players left to deal with. Epic 420. Oh my god, Lucky, what the hell was that? Count them out. Can't do it. Lucky is Dark Wizard. You're the only hope here, Dark Wizard. Oh my god, we've got a 2v5 that is a reality. Lydia looking for the shots. Lydia's gonna round the corner. Lydia finds one. Lydia just needs to find Lucky. Doesn't happen. We're going to another round. The most at the moment finds another one. Just an absolute demon. With a quick list in with the side of Nova. Dave, you're going in 3-1-7.
People see, there is one A now.
Oh my, Chris, he's all 1-4. Where you at, homie? I know you're in a typical sniper area right now. You're sniper. It ain't even close. Lucky, get headshot. Cosmo, smoke. Get it too, homie. We got a 1v1.
Oh my goodness, Iona! Bro, watch.
Extend was left alive. Now it's Iona looking to make this.
Yo, this girl's dirty! Aggressively push up to this degree. Lydia's able to find one. Artemisa coming through. What's that? Is that a kilo? Whoa! Artemisa, the Damascus kilo. Ooh, Kells. Finds one, is looking for two, but Artemisa. Yo, this girl kind of nuts with the kilo, bro.
Yo, how are you?
I have been. Found herself on that Sparrow shot, but the Angels do maintain this P3. Oh, Brigstock! Well, it was looking good for a minute there, Verdict, at the beginning of this round, but it has quickly gone in favor. I think you're right on the money. The arrows can push that up, finds two in the feed to start things off. Those double kills are worth a ton of points, let alone.
Everybody, and welcome back to our Mobile Mayhem Spring Season Grand Finals. Tonight's gonna be memorable, I'm sure, and I'm really looking forward to see what's gonna happen tonight. So, as you might already know, I'm Ria, and I'll be your host for today, and as always, I'm here with our fantastic casters, Verdi and Imperium, so what are you waiting to cheer them up in the chat? Also, tonight is the big night, like the final matches and the last day of our spring season. And you know what? I hope y'all excited, cause I really am. So who are gonna be the spring season champions? Let's find out. Before starting, I want to remind you guys about the prize pool. Because tonight's winners are gonna win $600. Second place will get $275, and for the third place, it will be $165. Now, taking a look at the schedule, I see that we're gonna start with the third place decider between Nova and 5% in a best of 5 match. I also have to mention that 5% team will start 1-0 up against Nova due to Nova having 2 players suspended. And then last match will be the grand final, Animus versus 117 not found in a best of 7, so it's not gonna be a best of 5. One more info before getting into our first match. Tonight we'll be going through the winners of the awards in a bit, but now we can finally start. You know guys, it's been a long journey and we've seen many teams fighting each other, either in the qualification and during the playoffs. So Verdict, Imperium. This was my first Mayhem as a host, and I can definitely tell I could have not been disappointed at all. You know, each match I watched in this season was absolutely worth it. And few teams, like, honestly, genuinely surprised me. We are at the end of the season, and we all know well the 4 teams that are here with us tonight. Right, Imperium?
Yeah, the 4 teams has certainly been a mix of surprise and non-surprise, right? The biggest shocker, and I'm sure you'll agree, Verdict, is the fact that Nova Esports are not in the grand final. I don't remember a Mobile Mayhem grand final that hasn't included the giants that are Nova.
No, I mean, I'm right there with you. I think I was trying to remember the last time we didn't see Nova in a grand final scenario. And to be frank with you, it's always been Nova. It's like three things that are absolutely guaranteed in life: death, taxes, and Nova being in the grand finals for Mobile Mayhem. They have just quartered the block, bro.
Does that mean?
Yes.
Because Nova didn't make the final, there's a chance that I could be immortal and not die?
Possibly, but you definitely still gonna have to pay taxes.
That's true. That's true. What if I choose between immortality and not paying taxes? You know,
I don't know.
Okay. Anyway. Yeah, it's certainly true. Look, but that's the surprise of COD Mobile competitive, right? It doesn't matter what region it is. As you get through seasons, you do see an evolution of rosters, teams, and whatnot. And when you're not on your toes and you're not really kept up to scratch in that regard, maybe you lay back a little bit too much. I know Nova haven't had the smoothest of seasons, and they have been outplayed by Animus across the season. But I think it shows that, yeah, you just have to have your wits about you every single day, every single game day.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, like, we see evolution rosters, but I know that Nova team has always been a constant in Mobile Mayhem, so as you say, like, it's the first time we're not seeing Nova in Mobile Mayhem finals, so how do you feel about that?
I don't really have, I'm curious what your thoughts are, to be fair. Verdict, yeah, okay, I'll respect the lineage that Nova have provided across the seasons, but I always say, like, you're only as good as your last performance, right? You're only as good as your last event, your last tournament, and you can't rest on your laurels. You can't rely on what's happened in the past. You got to keep on pushing yourself as a player, as a team, for the present, for the future, and within reason, Nova didn't do that, right, Verdict?
No, I'm completely on board with you. I mean, they played as dominant as Nova could for the amount of time that they were able to hold that band, and still, you know, where the cut came through that Yaya is no longer part of this squad. He's still listed on the team, but you see the tweet longer that, you know, the manager put out for Nova. Obviously, he's not allowed to participate in Stage 5 or Stage 4 and beyond. I don't know what the situation is there. Apparently, it has something to do. That's hearsay. You know, at the end of the day, he's no longer competing. And I'm not saying my man's was like the heart and soul of that squad, but anytime that team suffered or anytime that team succeeded, I always saw Yaya right there, you know, supporting his team or making sure that they were getting better. So there's a huge hole that's never going to be filled. And it's the shoes that Yaya left, man. And my guy's rocking a size 21 because he has put up some of the biggest numbers in some of the most clutch times possible. I don't know what that is equivalent to in Europe, but 21 is like Shaq size shoes, okay? So just for reference out there for everybody.
But, like, to be fair, we also need to talk about 5%, right? Because at the end of the day, they're coming into this series where they are already one game up. It's a best of 5. They have the best opportunity now to kind of lay Nova down into the ground and solidify Nova as currently what would be realistically the 4th best team in Europe.
Yeah, well, I can say that mistakes were made from Nova Esports this time. I mean, from Nova Team and CODM, of course, I mean. But do you think, guys, I mean, especially Verdict, that Nova is gonna make it for the next season of Mobile Mayhem?
Oh, yeah, without a shadow of doubt, this team is going to continue to move forward. I don't think there's if and but or maybe about it. This squad still has core players on it that were solid when Yaya was here, still solid. That Yaya's not here. Are they the contending team that they were when Yaya was a part of the roster? Yeah, I still think so. I still think they're a top. I think they're a top 2 team, regardless of what the scenario is. Yeah, I don't think you could just toss them out with, you know, this particular performance. For a team has been a staple piece in Mobile Mayhem since before my time even ran. I've been here for almost a year and a half now. Yeah, I think this team is going to continue to compete. They know what it takes to win, and I think, you know, this particular season was a reality check.
Like 5% though, you know, they had twice as many challenges, right? In their roster, they were under Anarchy, then they disengaged away from Anarchy, you could say. They had this issue with their roster. There was drama within reason. Wouldn't be EU without drama, right?
Yeah, well, a lot of things.
But when it's all said and done, they still made it into the quarterfinals. They still made it through the quarterfinals into the semis, and they nearly made it into the grand finals. And that in itself deserves a lot of respect for these players to kind of keep their heads down within reason, you know, deal with whatever came to them, and look at where it's got them into the 3rd, 4th place running, going up against the Giants of Nova.
I mean, yeah, I feel like 5% deserve way more recognition. Like, what do you think about that verdict?
5% deserves recognition. Yeah, I think they deserve. I mean, everybody on this roster is stout. I mean, yeah. We've got them in a bronze matchup this season. What is that going to mean long term, though? You know, all respects due to Mobile Mayhem. This Nova team has been there, done that. They've been to a Stage 5 event. Everyone else has been to a Stage 5 event, except for some of the players in Woman 7 Not Found. I think today is a testament of, is this team going to actually stick together? Are they actually going to continue to fight the fight? Are they going to put in the, you know, what it takes to win, like Nova, or like Stamina of last season, like Tribe of NA, like NYSL Mayhem of NA? You guys make the selection here. These guys are hella talented, but what does it mean outside of Mobile Mayhem, though? That's my question.
That's a good question, Verdict. And look, I would say that win or lose against Nova, I would argue this team should stick together. It's up to them to make that decision. I just hope if they do win over Nova, it's that little bit of a shine, a sparkle for them to kind of go, wait, there's something here, right? Yeah, okay, Nova may not be at their best, but we have something as a unit, as a set of players. You've gone through what we've gone through, the kind of dust has settled, the smoke has gone down and dissipated, and now we can see the light ahead, we can see the vision ahead with the upcoming Stage 3, Stage 4, and of course Stage 5 leading into the, whatever you want to call it, of the COD Mobile Esports ecosystem. Yeah, I would argue that this team should stick together and should continue forward, whether it's under 5% or under a different name.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Well, now I guess we can get into the match. Like, it's gonna be 5% and Nova, as you already know. So let's get through the maps first, which are gonna be Hardpoint. Sorry, my bad. Which are gonna be Hardpoint on. Okay, everybody, sorry, help me out. I can't find a message.
Oh, you know, there's not a message.
5% already won.
Yeah.
5% have already got the Hardpoint win because of the issue with regards to Nova in last week's game. So we're going straight to game 2.
Yeah, my bad. I just misread. But yeah, besides that, we're gonna go with Search and Destroy on firing range, followed by Domination Summit, and for the 4th game, we're gonna have the second Hardpoint, first one for tonight, which is gonna be on Hawk and AR, and for the last game, it's gonna be the second S&D game on Standoff. Also, let's go through the bans for 5%, which are gonna be Hardpoint Raid and Search and Destroy Raid. And for Nova bans are gonna be Hardpoint Summit and Search and Destroy Crossfire. So what should we expect from these games, Imperium?
Death, destruction, and everything in between, right? It's stereotypical. Look, this is, like I said, it's a really good opportunity for 5% to come out of the gate swinging because they're already one game up. So if they win search and destroy firing range, boom, they're in game, set, match point, right? They're kind of, you know, they're that one game away. Technically, they can afford to lose that first game, and it makes it even Steven. But that's giving away an advantage, right? We know what Nova can do. We know how strong they can be. I expect Nova to be quite aggressive in search and destroy. I know it's obviously not typically a massively aggressive game mode, especially in a map like Fire Rings, but I expect them to take every single round as if it's their last opportunity to win a game.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty hard challenge for 5%. What do you think, Verdict?
I think 5%, even though they're going to start up 1-0 in the series, they're going to be battling it out from the trenches regardless of scenario. They could have a 2-0 advantage, and Nova's not going to let off the pedal. I mean, there's no way that this 5% team isn't going to have to work for every bit of what they're going to get here in this bronze matchup. Is it going to be a best of 5 that goes the distance? It depends on what Nova team shows up. And they kind of control the court. They can try and kind of control the pace. And I think with that being said, I think we're actually going to go ahead and jump right into the action. It is going to be the search and destroy on firing range, as I can see it. Looks kind of OP. I think we got an update on the spectator client, Imperium, and I kind of digging the vibes here.
Okay, I don't mind it. I'll see how it goes. I see some kind of, like, I don't know what the 3 things underneath indicates, but you know, maybe some light can be shed on that. Nova are gonna start as the what is it just me, or is it yellow and blue now?
Is most definitely yellow and blue. I was taking a look and I was like,
what's with the yellow?
I don't know. Maybe that's a customized setting that we can change in the
No, I couldn't dig the yellow.
I'm digging the vibes. I like it. I like it better in red and what was it, blue before? The blue and yellow, they complement each other. It looks nice.
Yeah. Anyway, never mind getting over the UI. This game, of course, is continuing on and over, and now down to just 2 players. Make that 1 as neither the last player standing. So the first line of attack in this round 1 has not gone their way, and 5% pick up the first round. I was informed by Ronan that apparently you can check the streaks with that button.
Oh, that's kind of
apparently.
We'll have to see.
Like, Ronan could be wrong because, you know, it's Ronan, but like,
I mean, would it be Ronan without a little bit of throw-in, right?
There you go.
Well, no throw-in here. Nova going to drop the first round, and this is going to be Rasmus picking up 2 in the final as well. Oh man, the back alley push is going to be shut down, but no harm, no foul. 1-for-1s are coming through, and Neil's going to be able to find another in the feed. Bomb has made its way over to the B site. Minute 30 on the clock. There are 3 players left here for 5%, and you know, see it. G is trying to make the flank on the backside. You got Hisoka and Rasmus through the mid. About a minute 20. Bomb should be going down here momentarily.
In theory, it should. But I also understand why they just want to bide their time a little bit more and cover their backs in the right way. One thing that I do notice with the Observer client is it's a little bit easier to catch who has the bomb in their hands, because that's highlighted in red. So that's one little positive in my eyes from the spec client. The bomb has gone down. 30 seconds now left on the clock for the 3-man team of 5% to make a move.
Yep, here it goes. Genius with the first move. He's going to find Neil, but he's going to be shut down. Kree going to be able to find one before he goes 2v2, making it 2v1. Saturn's now has to play against the time. PP buys it in hand. Obviously, we heard the nerve from the most recent patch notes.
Oh,
there will no longer be MAC-10s in the mix, and we've got a plethora of different opportunities, varieties, and everyone's just trying to figure out what the hell to use. And the 117, obviously, is still king.
Hey, look, you know, it is what it is. It does what it does. Yeah, okay, it's the first day of a patch update, and that it can knock players off their perch initially, right? Because it can test their mentality of which bar seeing the patch notes. It doesn't always transfer the way it looks in the patch notes in game, at least initially. So maybe the players are a little bit shake and rattle and roll by by this update. Either way, at least in this round 3 of Search and Destroy, they've been able to plant the bomb on A with 3 players down on the hands of 5%. Just Owner and Greasy left standing.
Yeah, Greasy going to make the push up to trailer site. He's got plenty of action on the opposite side. Inferno rocking the head glitch. Spy right down on the bottom of the staircase. You got a 2-man on, 2-man off approach, and this should definitely be a round in favor of Nova. There's no way that they sell this one out. As the 2 players make the push in, Greasy's kind of cracked with the movement, but it's not going to be enough.
It was a great effort by Owner and Greasy. It required the perfect timing on that push between trailer and the outside of it. But I gotta appreciate, considering there were just two players left in a body disadvantage, I think they did the right move. It just didn't work out right. Sometimes making a move that doesn't work doesn't mean it's the wrong move. I really felt that was the right move for 5%, and well done by Nova on the defense.
Yep, now here comes the aggressive jungle side push. Greasy right there, ear holes. Saturn's before he could even make a move with the Doof. Genius making the push over. There's 3 players stacking this little B funnel, but Inferno looking to clear the path up top. He's got a little bit of a crack right here in the wall to work with, but not going to find much value. The 1-for-1s are in. Now it's just a matter of sealing the deal here. You've got the pressure here. You've got control. Just take your time, Nova. You got a minute 20, plenty of time to make something shake. And there goes Creed making something right there with the CBR. I was expecting to see a lot of the CBR in the action today, as I don't believe it got touched at all. And I believe more players should be jumping on that train instead of trying to figure out what the next meta is going to be.
I tell you what, Verdict, I would like to have seen a counter push for the A bomb site, because I think that would have knocked 5% off. Because it's so obvious to me with how long it's taken them to plant that bomb that it was going to be a B bomb plant. They've committed to it. They planted it. Now 27 seconds left on the clock.
Here comes the cavalry, the troops rallying up. Here come the thumpers. Shots of Nora looking to clear off whatever he can. The Cubby side is certainly not clear. There's 2 players in it. Oh my, he rounds the corner, finds 1, but it is going to be Spy rating superior right here, and Creed right there beside him, the tag team duo of a lifetime. Inferno shutting it down from the backside firing range. We got 2-for-2s now as we get the last round of the attack here for Nova. Are they going to be able to take the advantage for flip sides? Kind of started off with a little rut, but last 2 rounds look pretty solid.
Yeah, very, very good return to form for Nova. Lot tighter knit. I said that they will most likely be coming into this quite aggressively, and I think that was the case in the first 2 rounds, and maybe they recognized that going a bit too aggressive as the attacking side meant they got caught out in that regard, but they're clearly playing things a lot better this time around.
Yeah, Rasmus's opening up a first blood. Genius right there. Anytime an A pushes came through, they have shut it down, and now it's a matter of 3v5ing here for Nova. Rasmus gets the hit mark. Oh boy, that's tough. Spy gonna be able to get away, but much longer can he hold down the bottom of that staircase. He got Hisoka playing patiently. He's going to be able to get some shots in, but Genius is going to be able to get the finish. Hisoka's one shot. Neil going to be able to get one in the transition. Now it's all on Spy. Rasmus just not letting off the pedal here, and we got a 1v4, and it's all on Spy, the IGL. Can he make something happen here? The trailer site? Absolutely not. Hisoka answers, rises to the occasion. We got to flip sides now with the advantage going right back in the court in possession of 5%.
Yeah, good stuff by 5%. I don't think Nova can be too disappointed considering they lost the first 2 rounds, realistically. But now it's up to them to shut down 5%. Hisoka, with the bomb in his hands. It seems like they're leaning towards an A bomb plant. Verdict, 1 player for Nova is defending the B. That's Spy in his lonesome.
Yeah, B right here is he's going to hold it down. There's not a lot of traction here, so he looks like he's going to be good. He's got a good heady to hold off, too. Saturn's got a good heady right there as he's going to be able to find the head or upper torso shot. Oh, no, Nor never stood a chance inside the wood. We'll see if he can pan out now as a minute and 20 left on the clock. Not a lot of commitment from either player. Genius looking to, well, not Genius, but Rasmus looking to get the upper hand or maybe a little bit of an equalizer. He's not going to find much either, but what about a minute left on the clock? A little bit of stalling. You've already dropped 1 player. It's now or never. Do you make the buckle and push all the way up to the A side? But oh my, Rasmus, good shot right through the wall, Neil. And when I was talking about equalizers, there it goes. Man has always came through in the consistent pushes there.
Oh, Creed is at least gonna once again put the advantage in the favor of Nova from a body standpoint. I do like the fact that Nova didn't instantly off the back of getting the first kill send another player down towards B. I think that was the right move. But now we're down to 3v3. Rasmo being able to get the pick of the litter, Spy out in the open, get shut down verdict.
Here we go, 25 seconds on the clock to race against it, and there is no motion towards a bomb. What are we seeing right here? Is this going to be just an all-out team deathmatch? At this point, Nova just need to commit to one site. It's either B or A. You full commit, and then you hold off on any kind of pushes. Maybe get a little cheeky shot here or there, but time is certainly going to expire if they allow it to. And there it goes, Ahsoka forced, dropped, bomb, Saturn's clean shot. Creed follows it up, and that's going to be Nova. Even it back up. That was picture perfect for them. And sitting here looking at the clock like, what the hell, 5%? You needed to make a move about 30 seconds ago, and sure enough, they get caught doing the act.
A massive mistake by 5%. A massive mistake by 5%. I appreciate that they went for the kills, but yeah, they just fell into the trap of Nova. The trades came through in the right way, and all Nova had to do was, to be fair, they didn't really have to push with 5 seconds left to go, I would argue, but they made the 2-2 push together, or the 2-man push together, and they got the round in their favor. 3 apiece, as yet a player to go down in this round.
We'll see how it pans out. Now is a little bit of a slow-paced gameplay here again. For side, 5%. We saw 2 rounds in a row now. They flip sides. They don't really know how to act. I mean, obviously, they were able to pick up a few trades in the midst, but in the swing of things, they allowed a few spies to come through. And I'm not talking about Spy. I'm talking about Creed. Creed was literally in the spawn sites of the opponent's 5%'s backyard, essentially. And, you know, slow to move, slow to react. That obviously didn't pan out. Now here comes the push over to the A site. Rasmo getting a little cheeky with each and every little push. Neil not able to see it. He's going to get dropped, and Rasmus, again, offering a lot of value up front. First blood's on board. Now the team has to get this ball rolling in motion.
Rasmus being an absolute playmaker for 5% across this search and destroy so far. He's currently the highest, 8-3. He is going to get shut down, however, make that 8-4. Nova turn it around in all the right ways.
We'll see now as they have yet to commit again. Is this going to be something that stems by Genius with the 200 IQ? He's going to go ahead and infiltrate Armory. Big shots coming through, but those body shots might be premature, homie. Look, Spy is still alive. He's on the prowl. The bomb has yet to be planted. Spy's making a move up. The bomb is going to go ahead and get done. That's 45 seconds on the clock. Now it's a matter of time. Can Spy get the clutch? Is going to be able to find one. Now it's to push towards the Armory side. It is going to be Genius on the aggressive, but look at him, man. He's still trying to play it a little passive, and I appreciate it. 30 seconds left on the clock. Do your deed. Get the job done. You got the bomb plant down. 25 on the clock. Let your opponent make the wrong move.
Oh, no. Oh, no. And Aaron nearly gets caught out. Brings around. Is he going to go for the defuse? No way he goes for the defuse. No way he gets away with it. I was just going to say, Owner, you cannot let that man pull off a successful defuse. I appreciate that, Nova. I absolutely do, Spy. But man, what a bold move and nearly an epic fail on the hands of 5%.
You know, I got to give it to him. You know, it was a bold play. Obviously, you get behind that bomb heading. That's where they planted the bomb at. You kind of baited your opponents, but at the same time, I still feel like maybe taking one out with the gunny and then maybe holding off for the push for the second.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it could have been a little bit better play, but hey, you know, when life hands you lemons, you know, do what you can do with it, right? I've always said make, you know, margaritas, but everyone informed me that it requires limes, not lemons. So, obviously, I probably would have made the same mistake.
Look. Potato, lemons, limes. If it has alcohol, it's fine by me. That's all I'll say. 4-3 in the favor of 5%. They have 2 Nova players down. So once again, the advantage in their favor. Saturn is going to get shut down to smithereens. Inferno now the final player up.
And here goes. Push towards the B site, the upper hand. Rasmus not even going to let him get the bomb plant down. The deagle from downtown. We are on map point here. This would put Nova in an eliminating game. This would be them out of the mix. We're talking about a Nova that has won Mobile Mayhem for pretty much every season, with the exception of one that I didn't even get the cast. I was here, but I couldn't cast because my internet was down. Well, I got tested positive for COVID on Friday, homie. I'm back and I'm kicking here right now. I could not miss it, all right? Took a little bit of a leave off, but I could not be here. I just could not be here today. I'm sorry. I just had to put my hands back in the mix. And we're back in the action. Nova not going down without a fight. It's a 3v3. Oh, Nova going to be able to find the heads of Spy, but damage is done. Bomb. It's in the hands of nobody. It is on the ground, and 2 players left to work with. That is going to be Greasy and Onor.
Just like Nova, you're battling until the bitter end. Verdict, and we're here with you, my friend. We are here sending you all the energy, all the hugs right your way. Let's get over the sickness. 5% try to get over the sickness of Nova. Just 2 players left for their side. Owner takes a shot, connects under Saturns, puts it down to 2v2. Still with a minute left on the clock, there's an opportunity for the side of 5% to close out this search and destroy.
No, I gotta praise Onor for that play. Obviously, he held down Wood. Didn't go for the bomb initially. He played for that 1. He knew if he could get 1, it's a little bit of an even matchup. Now we got 42 seconds on the clock. Bomb's down still, but the odds are a little more doable. You can see Creed's right here below him. Gonna round the corner, catches Onor lacking right there, and that might be it. It is going to be Greasy left to pick up the slack, and he hasn't really added a lot of value to this round alone, but he's got the drop on Neil. 1v1 now, homie.
No idea. Oh my god, beautiful by Greasy, but he's only got a Mach 10, and he's in a long-range fight against Creed. Creed, he has the Cobalt himself, CBR4, much better in the mid-range distance compared to the Mach 10, and he's gonna stab him in the back. Nova, keep this game alive.
There we go. Nova able to extend it for another round. Search or destroy. 11 kills on board for Creed. My guy is rocking, and on the flip side of things, Rasmus, I don't know how much more you can ask. He's a workhorse, bro. He has put in a ton of work here, getting first bloods after first bloods, but look at it. The nade shot, Saturns, all of Nova right there to reciprocate. The jungle side push is going to be halted, and now the pack of wolves are ready to eat. Here comes the push. It is going to be Spy and Inferno. Spy with a 2-piece.
Oh my god.
Nova are rallying, and Genius is the last one alive. It's a 1v3.
Beautiful push by Nova. The Genius is able to get one, but as he turns the corner, Neil shuts him down, and Nova take it to a round 11 between these 2 teams. This may be the first game of the series officially because of the DQ that gave the round over to 5%. But man, what a way to kick off the 3rd, 4th place battle. Incredible play by Nova. That round was methodical.
Oh, here comes the RUS 79. Oh my god, Inferno, what are you doing? You're wrecking him with one of EU's very favorite. Jesus Christ, he's on 3. He can't be stopped. There's nobody have an answer to the RUS. Is it going to be the ace? Oh, somebody, everyone, I gotta have this ace.
He's taken on. Oh. They've realized that 2 players have gone down. It wasn't worth the risk when you're talking about this kind of battle. An ace is far more overshadowed by what needs to be done. And Nova turn it around. That was 2 match points. That was 2 match points against them for 5% verdict. There's no way that they should have allowed that to happen, in my opinion. Like, I know it's easier said than done, and Nova are a hell of a team, but they had 2 match point opportunities, and they wasted it. Technically, well, arguably 3 when you take that round 11, but I'm talking about kind of like the 2 before that, and they wasted it.
Oh, they did, absolutely. I mean, you can't pull the trigger on one of the best in EU. Obviously, Nova's going to make you pay. Inferno, he put on a clinic that last round. He got 4 with the RUS, bro. When I started casting EU, everyone in NA laughed because they were like, why is EU using the RUS? Why are they using why are they using the AK-74U? I'll tell you why, bro. Because that's what they were good with. That's what they were comfortable with. And they have since stopped using it, but we get a little bit of an introduction back into the day, round 11. You're telling me Inferno sprints through mid and gets 4? Ain't no way, homie. No shot.
Gotta give massive respect to Rasmo, though, from 5%. Like, my lower back is sore from the gym today. His back must be sore from carrying 5% throughout those rounds, to be fair, because his sniper shots were absolutely on point. The rounds that Nova kind of shut him down on were the rounds that were made so much easier for Nova. So mad props to Rasmo. He did everything that he could to give his team the win.
No, you're absolutely right. Now, as we're going to get geared up for it, is going to be the Dom game that we are going to see. Is I was taking a look at the best of 5, trying to remember where we landed up at. That is going to be a domination on Summit. So we're going to switch the scenes up. We're going to switch the the weather up. We're going to move from somewhere that's sunny and hot to somewhere that is super cold and snowy. The hills are going to be full of it, and this is a slow map. You could expect almost just the maximum intensity, maximum amount of interactions on this map. It is one that I enjoy personally watching. I don't really necessarily enjoy playing because when you're talking about being in a blender, that map, bro, there's no relief.
On a side note, I don't think it should be in a competitive map pool, but that's just me. For domination,
True enough.
What it is. We can't control it. The teams have to adapt to it, and there is always a way to play the map at the end of the day, and we see the best teams are able to shine that one through. We're guaranteed to see a game 4 at least verdict, and 5% the advantage you got from the automatic game 1 win. Whew, wiped away just like that.
Oh, yeah, I mean, absolutely. You get handed the free one. You're obviously looking, to see how much further you could reach down in. And Nova, they reach down deep and pull out some of the EU roots and the RUS 74U and round 11. And I'll say all that, and I didn't even commend Rasmus as you did. I didn't even have a moment of respect for the homie. Literally popped off with, what was that? I mean, just numerous amount of first bloods. And putting this, team in a great position to capitalize. Just did not get that same energy on the backside.
Exactly. I would argue that within reason, I suppose experience maybe showed a little bit more heavily at the end, right? Nova having the experience they have maybe just gave them that extra plan B, plan C that they were able to execute in the final couple of rounds. But into Domination Summit, we are going for each other's respective points. The A and the C, and now the fight for B will start forward.
Yeah, there we go. Trade's already in. B looking like it might be one-man army on it. It's Genius. He's going to get one man shut down. It's Inferno there for the quick action, looking to hold off. Beautiful. The push is there, but it's only a matter of time, man. This is a map that, again, it forces interactions. It does not, it doesn't pay off to just camp it out. You've got to have a lot of map control. You've got to be very, very maneuverable. And right here, the team that's going to be able to get that flip in early and get that C capture to come through will definitely have a slight advantage on the B side.
Interesting. None of the players, none of them are using the Mach 10. Now,
it got nerfed the hell back, bro.
Yeah, I know, but we even did see 1 or 2 Mach 10s in Search and Destroy. I know, I'm not surprised because it got nerfed as hell, but my point is that it's amazing how quickly the players realize that after Search and Destroy. It's like, no, that gun's useless, even though this is a Domination Summit where fast fire weapons such as Mach 10 normally would be strong. It's a no-show when it got nerfed as heavily as that. So good adaptation from both teams.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I was trying to see what kind of loadouts we have on board for each and every player, but I'm just going to have to cycle through because they actually took it out of the way that you're... Oh, there we go. We've got CBR, Kilo, yep, CBR. So CBR a lot. 3 players at least.
R9 from Saturns.
Oh, yeah, that's something I'm interested in looking at. So we'll go ahead and get on board with him, guys. My guy's already got 4 on board, looking to hold down the A site. Hisoka never stood a chance right there. It literally obliterates.
Honestly, it kind of makes sense. Once again, it does make sense for this close quarter combat map, right? If you're looking to hold on to the corner of a building, corner of a point, yeah, having that R9 can certainly be effective. For the most part, every one of these other players are using the CBR4s, and that is to be expected. Kilo from Owner, I think, is very, very respectable in this map.
Well, we were going to talk about Greasy using the Gravity Vortex, but I literally just seen Mans commit suicide with it by accident. A little bit is the players from NA call it the sucky. Obviously, it's a grav vortex. It's a hole that will suck you into oblivion. My guy just could not handle the heat right there and is not going to be able to get that on B, so operator wasted right there already off the bat. And, you know, we got a split game so far. I'm thinking, why we got it split? Maybe we jump in with one of the team's VCs. I'm thinking. Yeah, we go ahead and jump in with Nova as they have the advantage right now, but that could quickly change as the time continues to progress.
I'm holding bottom.
I'm holding B right now.
Wait, hold B. Hold B.
I'm stunned.
I'm with you, server. Two server, any server.
One
One more B.
One guy bottom.
He's T1, T1.
I'm nading him. I
I'm
spawn
watching
C4.
bottom. I'm watching bottom. I'm watching bottom.
I'm going bunker again.
Bottom dead. What's your call?
I fell the bunker.
I got servers.
I'm coming top.
I fell the bunker again.
Bottom.
Bottom. I'm here.
Snowy dead.
I think one more bottom.
Keep slaying.
No,
I have C. Just
One slow. Stop.
He's on C.
You have
Snow
two.
coming.
I have prods.
We
I
have
saw C.
I'll hold
One
bottom.
snowy.
Oh, wait, my
One
eyes
P2.
itch.
They take 5. That's snowy.
I got your top. No.
P2. I'm using prods.
I popped my any one top.
Two top.
Two bottom.
Two top.
Bottom.
Yeah, I flipped.
I have all my streaks.
Nah, it's still spawn C.
One window.
I'm
Concuss
saving
B.
my tech.
Concuss B.
My tech. Give them.
2B. Both dead.
Nice,
We can recap. One more bottom. Top.
All right, Com's pretty rock solid. Obviously, this team is competing in a Bronze Series matchup. I wouldn't expect them to give like gold pinnacle comms, right? They're not going to be as intense as they would normally be, but they're still putting the effort to make sure that odds and ends are covered.
Yeah, honestly, I think they feel very under control of their own gameplay and manipulating how 5% are playing this. The comms are still clear, they're still concise, but they're more relaxed. And yeah, it makes sense considering that they won the previous game in a bit of a clutch couple of rounds as well, and they have a good 17-point lead coming into the restart. So yeah, I'm curious to see how 5% now will respond in the second half.
Oh, here comes the push towards the C site. It's going to be shut down. Genius looking to make the plays through. He is not going to be very successful. The C and A are going to be capped now. There's a little pressure onto the B flag. A little bit of home flag disgrace right there, as we did see one come through. Greasy's going to be able to shut it down. Flips are coming in. Neil is spawning this way. Saturn just spawning halfway across the map. A little bit of uncertainty, but I mean, look at Neil now. He's trying to maximize on disgraceful spawns, and sure enough, he might be able to as he catches Ahsoka, but not gonna be able to capitalize there on the double now. As you can see, two players are already hopping the flag. B-Cap's gonna come through. We got a triple in favor of 5%.
A triple cap on Domination Summit? Come on, Nova. You haven't got that much of a lead. Great play by 5%. I think they've been incredibly valuable. I know that Nova do have a lot in their back pocket that they can utilize, especially Spy. I've been keeping an eye on his streaks and the fact that he hasn't really used many of them. He still has two available. But again, there's going to come a time where you're going to need to pull it out because, yeah, okay, it's a double cap for Nova, but 5% have shown you what they are capable of.
Yeah, there goes Genius coming through with a Purifier. Look at the shutdown, this A site. But here comes the cluster strike. We were just talking about the streaks coming in the hand. And sure enough, C site going to be capped regardless. I don't know how the hell that happened. Not with a cluster right there. I would literally need to see why or how. Like, was it botched? Like, placement just not there? The streak's coming through now for Rasmus. He's looking to hold off the C site. They've got the A site spawns. It's a limbo. It's a toss-up. We talked about Summit not really having a lot of consistency. The only thing that you can be guaranteed of is a lot of interactions and a lot of mayhem and a lot of chaos. So we've gotten all three of it.
The B cap has yet to be switched over, right? It's been concentrated for A and C. And I love it because I think it shows a variability in playstyles for both teams and that they're matching each other in all the right ways. And it's clearly represented with how close this game is.
It is now. Here comes the Goliath from Spy. He's going to go ahead and hop in. This might be a little bit of danger in favor of Nova this time around. The B-Cap comes through, and I mean, if anything, Spy is just playing gatekeeper. Can nobody pass here while he's in this? How is 5% going to handle it? Well, we're going to have to go ahead and join in for a second VC listen-in as they do take it down, but how are they going to recover? We're about to find out now as our second VC listen-ins are going to be with 5%.
One mid lane, pushing C, pushing A.
One cool. See them dead.
Let's capture.
He's on A.
One more, 2 on A.
We'll see.
Vas-y, comme si, on y revient B.
Oh my god.
Putain, Puri,
Dead.
Nice. Go push B.
Ah, Quan. There's 2 pushing top as well.
Yeah, stairs, James, on your left.
One more top, just one.
On the edge.
Kill him.
Nice.
Go B.
That's two dead. One on you, James.
He's on server, behind
Yeah,
stairs.
server, Christian.
No, one go let on connector.
Oh,
Snow, bottom cage.
Yeah,
One C bridge.
Bridge
Bridge dead.
Let's hold AC. Give him B.
Oh là là, je suis une salope.
2 on A.
Ah, Goliath.
They push
Animus, you going?
top.
He's going.
One dead A.
We tried this, salvage as much of a listen as we could there, but, I mean, you could hear the comms, they trying to form a strat. I mean, there's no time, bro. I mean, you're literally looking at a 185 to 160. Still scratching their head, and it's a moment of...
They need the triple cap, but I just want to say, the timing of the Goliath and Spy was absolutely perfect. Right, perfect. I was thinking, he still has it. He hasn't used it. He still has it. Boom. Absolutely perfect. Because they instantly shut down 5%. The second I realized that, that's when they tried to play onto the AC. It clearly wasn't going to happen, and Nova got a very deserving, well-formed, very strategized victory. Very, very clean by Nova.
Very clean indeed. A little bit of a back and forth affair to start us off with, but I mean, bro, there was literally nothing back and forth about that end game, bro. Second half hits, all the streaks coming through, and they reign superior. Cluster strike, Goliath, Predator, drone, you name it, they have it. They put it on point. Nova going to be able to rack up 2 games in a row, even though the first game was a DQ. They had to forfeit. It has been primarily Nova handling this 5% roster, and now it's all about how is 5% going to battle back now that they're down 2-1, and this is a potential map point in favor. Well, this is definitely a map point in favor of Nova. What am I talking about, bro? I might have been AFK and out of pocket and, down and out for the past 3 days, but I could do simple math. This is best of 5. First to reach 3. It's easy, right?
It's easier said than done, because we do have to, once again, give 5% a lot of respect. There hasn't been domination from Nova. Yeah, the second half of that domination game mode was certainly a little bit easier for Nova, and that's well respected on how they set up and how they just kind of played those streaks in all the right ways and the timings of it. But 5% have the gunpowder, they have the skill, they have the ability, they have they do have the execution potential. They haven't showed it as heavily as I'd like to see it, but they do have that execution potential. They need this game 4 because they want to take it to game 5, and honestly, I can see that happening, Verdict. I really can, because Nova, they're not immortal. That clearly got proven last week. They are human. They do and can make mistakes. They've got experience behind them that does help them in these kind of scenarios. But anything can happen in the world of COD Mobile competitive.
Oh, it can, and any dog has their day. The day Nova's dog has just been, anteed up right there on Johnny on the spot. I mean, the search to destroy was 5% for the taken. Nova don't give up. They flex a little bit in that round 11, even pulled out some RUSs, and I'm still shocked at that. I'll go back and rewatch that and just be like, what? I mean, come on, round 11s are overtime, they're toss-ups, and here comes Inferno, Madman from Hell, just pushing down the middle as if he's trying to show, hey, this is what I could have been doing the whole entire time, but I held it for the round 11 just for the despair. Right now, the domination, it was a great start, right? Second half was a bit mediocre, but I mean, what else can you do when you got streaks on streaks on streaks piling up on you? It's going to be a Hackney Yard hard point well, we could finally see this one closed out, or are we going to see a little bit of that dog, you know, in the fight from 5%? Because, I mean, obviously the only thing they've gotten so far was that freebie from map 1.
Yeah, and that's not the way 5% would like to see it end. And honestly, it's not the way I want to see 5% end their run in Mobile Mayhem, right? To technically go down 3-0 in the only game to come through from a DQ win. It's not how any top team wants to win. You always kind of want to win in a fair fight in that regard, in a fair battle. So yeah, big uphill battle for 5% coming into this hard point. Hackney Yard as well is at times not the easiest map to get around to play through, right? Because of how kind of linear it is, how thin it is, and you just got that kind of long hallway. It can be challenging to pull out variable strats. 5% have got to have everything in front of them, everything laid down right, everything executed in the best possible way.
Well, I mean, I think I gotta agree with you here. If we get to a point where we see the absolute final form of 5% here, and we see that game 5, I mean, anything can happen in a search and destroy. Yeah. We saw that from 117 and Nova on Thursday, right? We get into a situation where, you know, we're make or break, and 117 kind of just exposed that search and destroy element. Right now, it's an opportunity for Nova to get on board with this P1 to get the break, and I gotta admit, for 5%, they can't really be as lean back or laid back on this objective as they'd like to be and set up proper for P2. P1, you allowed Nova just to absolutely run you rampant and pick up 40, 50 points. That's just like fire to the, or fuel to the fire, am I right?
It is. I don't really like the AK-117 from Hisoka. I know. Maybe I'm wrong. Feel free to tell me I'm an idiot.
Oh, no, you're not wrong.
I don't know. I just don't see it being as effective as the R9 SKS or the CBR4 right now, at least in the current meta. Even though we've had a new update, the players are proving it right here, right now. The SKS is an absolute belter.
Well, I mean, I've also spoke to like other COD Mobile pros, and you know, Tectonic from NA, one of them. Last night we had a discussion. He's like, "Man, I can't wait for this new update. It's going to be the LK meta." Where the hell the LK's at? I signed up for an LK24 meta, and we haven't seen a single one yet. What's going on? You know, NA, I know Tech was probably one of the first to hop that meta when it was around, you know, 2 years ago. Granted, it hasn't made its way back into the mix since then. I would have loved to see someone at least give it a try today.
So would I. But either way, Nova don't need to give it a try. All they need to do is win. And they certainly have a hell of a lead in front of them. 77-3, 25 seconds left on this P2. It's been very controlling. And I said it wasn't going to be easy for 5% because of how linear this map is. And Nova have all the angles covered. Rasmo trying to do something, he's going to get shut down by Spy.
Yeah, this is, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, this is about as brutal as it gets right here. 3 seconds left on the hill.
Beautiful.
You can already see the drones coming through. Streaks galore here for Saturn's. Gonna go ahead and give the locations out. Try and act as a budget UAV as we see P3 open. Only 4 points on board so far as P3 opens up. 4 or 5%, it's now or never. You've got to be able to get on the objective now, because once these streaks start landing in and you start getting into a P4 where a Goliath can literally just be so damn demanding or so damn hard to take down, there's no way you can't make a comeback then.
And this is probably the best map for the drone to be utilized as well, and even better coming into P3. So Nova once again timing the use of that to perfection. Has been a little bit of a hard point comeback in this P3-4, this side of 5%, and I would argue that there's a little bit of strategy involved for Nova with that. They don't mind giving away a couple of hard points if it means that they don't hand streak potentials over to 5%.
I was taking a look at what the hell was going on with 5%. I think Goliath got called in. It was Saturn's that gets yoinked. The funny thing is, Hisoka actually gets killed by it when it drops, but I'm like, how did he get killed by his own Goliath if he never earned one? Well, Saturn's did. My homie, he got his stuff just completely jacked. Saturn's looking for the redemption. Is going to be shut down, but Genius,
God.
with about 40% in, is going to be able to rock solidly in this P4 rotation.
I would argue probably the wrong time to pull out a Goliath. Is there a right time? Yeah, it can be a little bit risky, especially in Hackney Yard. But to me, it didn't need to be pulled out now from Nova, right? They had a lead. They had a very comfortable lead up to that point, and that risk, it proved to be against them, as now they've allowed the whole of this hardpoint to be taken 5%, and that lead being whittled down to less than 20 at this stage.
Yeah, look at Genius, man. He doesn't care how he got it. He's there. He is ready for it with about 1% health. He's gotten plenty of time on the objective. Enough to make the comeback with 3 seconds left. The gap has been covered. But here comes the hard part now as he's going to go ahead and self-explode. They want to get the spawns for P5. And lo and behold, 5% are going to be on the outskirts knocking. Can they get the break? I'm thinking, wow, you know the kettle's hot. Let's go ahead and jump in for a quick 5% listen in. See if we can get 100% on the comms.
One police car, Rasmo, tue-le. Nice, bien joué.
I'm trying to
Vas-y,
play for
I drone.
One jello. I can push.
Mid,
No,
one more.
Okay, you have them, eh?
You got tech 5.
Vas-y, let's break it, come on. Only two inside. Nice, only one inside.
I'm gauche.
No, tu vas, my
One more. Encore.
Nice. Get the point. Let's go next now.
Go next.
They are next already.
To me. Top chin, be careful.
Get. One more top chin. No, he's going top center top là. Genius, you can hear this one.
Mid. Come on.
That's
Ah, Genius, good shit. Let's rotate, let's get this one.
Head middle.
Genius, don't push too much.
In back spawn.
Yeah, 3 in police car, 4, that's
SK is dead.
I'm gauche.
Head middle.
Right.
Ladder.
Window.
He's 1 HP red track. Nice, Rasmo, bien joué. Joue ton streak.
All right, P5 break comes through. The joyride of stealing the free Goliath certainly felt. We've got ourselves a close ball game. The comms pretty solid. I mean, they do not sound like the comms of a team who has given up.
No, it's quite the opposite, man. They're comms of a team that want to win. And by God, they've taken the lead. Fantastic communication, right? It was like they knew that when they kind of took control of the last 20 seconds of, I think it was I forget exactly what hard point it was, but they were instantly like, okay, play for the next one, and they were giving out comms of there's two up top, and just so responsive across the board from all the players. They deserve to be in the lead. They really do.
It's Nova. They are going to get the advantage here in this P2 tire shop. You know, kind of feeling the effects of the Goliath getting yoinked. I don't know if it was like a late present or, you know, maybe they abandoned it for the time being. Maybe they were having the best intentions of giving their, themselves an opportunity to just close it out, and surely it backfired. But right now, it is a firm hold here on the tire shop. They're going to be able to recoup a ton of the points that were necessary to take the lead back, but the contest comes through. Here comes 5%. They are rocking and rolling. They're going to be shut down. Neil's going to be the last one up top. He's got a pure fire, and I don't see Hisoka making his way in successfully. Shut down. Pure fight. Barbecue time. Greasy there for the refrag. Now it's a battle between two players left alive, but guess what? Nova, they got the retaliation. They got the troops right back in it. They're going to be able to hold off the push, and Nova are going to be able to keep the lead for the time being. Take a look at it. It's going to be at least 175 and counting to 155. P3 abound. This is where the absolute comeback started for the side of 5%. Is Nova going to be able to hold off the pressure here?
And you got to think, this game started in the first two hardpoints with a 77-3 lead for Nova. And now it's just under 30, and at one point, this side of 5% were ahead. So what a battle we have on our hands from both of these teams. Hisoka is going to get shut down. P3 is always a bit of a tricky one to lock down, and I would argue it's not something that you really want to lock down. You just got to try and take it away from your opponents in that regard. Stop them getting as many points as they can, and that's what Owner is looking to do, but can't connect the shots and is going to get shut down in the meantime. Hitting the 200-point mark for for Nova, they are one more step away from taking the series and taking third place in Mobile Mayhem.
Well, one more step indeed now as we're going to go ahead one more step right into the VCs of Nova. Can they close it out here on this P4 rotation? We're just going to have to jump in and find out.
Just go next, go next.
On the roof.
I'm going next.
Let me play
pushing green.
One yellow, mid now, two mid.
I want top green.
I got two ult.
Purify that, nice.
One mid, he's pushing.
That green.
Yeah,
mid,
mid.
Dead. I got two.
Oh, they have spawning behind us.
Green dead. I got five.
Far clip. Concuss fork, double concuss fork, double
Mid,
mid, one top green. One top green right now.
Hold mid.
I have top green.
Mid pushed. Two of them.
Push two guys. Dead.
Top green dead. One more.
Mid, double text.
Yes, another one.
I got sucked.
Oh, I'm dead. One mid.
Mid dead.
He's stunned folk. And one is top roof. He's
Fork.
One top roof, yeah. One
Fork.
That is it, Imperium. You heard the comms, man. This is a team that wants to close this series out. And what did they do right there in Game 4? 250 to 157. Imperium, I know you heard the comms. They were not victorious. They didn't sound like they were just ecstatic to win, but you can already tell it. They wanted to close this puppy out, and sure enough, they did right there on that P4 rotation.
Killing is my business, and business is good when you're Nova right now. They just did what they needed to do, right? It was genuinely business as usual, and I stand by my word of what I said about 5% and listen to their comms. They did deserve to win that one. Just once again, Nova proving the experience, proving the timing, and proving their control and stranglehold over a team, even if they make a mistake at an earlier part of the game. Yeah, just very well rounded by Nova right until the end. You saw when they hit the 200 mark and we joined the comms, they were still giving the comms over. They were still being clear, concise, and understanding around where 5% were spawning and giving that information over. And yeah, good stuff all around. A fantastic series despite only technically being 3 rounds.
There you go. That's exactly right. And taking it back to the booth, Rhea. We just saw a 3-1. The first game was a freebie, but Nova, they gave us all a bang for our buck, right? I mean, just putting it on. Started with a search or destroy. It ended on the hard point. They were pretty flawless.
Yeah, I mean, I remember Imperium saying that he's expecting Nova playing pretty aggressively in the search and destroy game. But, 5% solid defense, which allowed him to win the first 2 rounds in a row, impressed me a lot. And just the fact that that destroy game and all the games after they were hella close tells how talented 5% are. Even though they didn't win, I saw an excellent playtime, great duel and great rotation. What else? Like kicks on point, like verdict. Like you could definitely tell they weren't just praying, but they were 100% focused. Like, they were running their best strat knowing what they were doing.
Oh, no, you're absolutely right. I mean, you're talking about a Nova team who is bitter about not being in a grand finals spot. And what do they got to do to close it out? 3 games in a row, solid. Even though the first game was a freebie, I still think this series could have potentially gone the distance just based off of how 5% have been playing recently. You don't want to be in the path of a bull, which is Nova, who is pissed off, and all they see is red, and your opponents are painted with blood, right?
Yeah.
Like I said though, Raya, and this is the greatest compliment to 5%. 5% forced Nova to pull out the experience play, right? 5% forced Nova to kind of dig a little bit deeper than they would usually. And that is a big compliment to 5%. Genuinely, a big compliment to 5%.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Like, I do see a huge potential in 5%. But, I feel they're not expressing it entirely. And, that they just need that one more thing to do to upgrade themselves. What do you think, Verdict?
I think they've got to do what Nova's done to improve themselves. They got to be able to stick with a starting five. They've got to craft that starting five. It is so much harder just to look at this team and say, this is where it went wrong. Or if you made this rotation, it's not a matter of, you know, how the game was played. It's a matter of how the game has been played for the past year, right? This is a team who I wouldn't say are newly formed. They've obviously played together. They're still trying to get that chemistry together. And to my knowledge, I don't know if they're going to be 100% sticking together after this. I mean, I don't know what their journey is going to be, but if they can find the right formula, you know, such as Nova has found, they've found a starting core that are just electric. They're still trying to fill that gap that, you know, is Yaya, and I don't think they'll ever be able to refill that gap, you know, that he had on this team. But trying to find something that's going to fit in and mold to that play style, it's going to be an uphill battle.
Okay.
But you've got tenure with this team that you really just can't stack up against 5%, because at the end of the day, they were invited on the backs of being Anarchy, and they ended the season on the backs of being 5%.
Exactly. And you kind of hit the nail on the head of just sticking together and sticking as a starting five. I'm going to throw an analogy out there, right? You compare a pint of beer to a pint of Guinness, right? Pint of beer, you pour it, it's ready to drink right off the bat. Pint of Guinness takes exactly 119 seconds to settle, right? It takes a bit longer because it takes a bit longer to get the best taste. And that's what you gotta give it time. Players, you gotta give it time as a team. Be cohesive. Take that extra 120 seconds, right? You can apply that in COD Mobile competitive terms, but my point is, take your time, stick together as one team, and you will taste sweet success that could be comparative to a pint of Guinness.
No, tell me you're Irish without telling me you're Irish. This segment brought to you by Imperium. Ladies and gentlemen, he wrote the book. He is preaching it. The Godfather is back. I can't even believe my ears. And the fact that you were able to make that analogy, and I was like, damn, that makes sense, bro. You're absolutely 100%. Now I need a Guinness.
I had to, dude. Oh, man. It's true, though. It is true. Take time. Stick as a 5-person team. Come back stronger, because Reyes said it, Verdict said it, I said it. I'm sure many others have it in chat or feel it. There's a lot of potential in this 5% roster.
Yeah, like, definitely huge potential. We all seen a huge potential in 5%. And, you know, like, I already knew 5% was such a great team, but I didn't expect you to watch that close games. Like, all the games we watched, they were hella close. Like, from the Such and Destroy game till Hockey Yard, like, that was crazy. That was insane. But now, guys, like, we head into a break, so we can get ready for our Grand Finals match, where we'll see Animus facing 117 Not Found. Also, we're gonna go through the winners of the awards. So we're gonna be right back in a few minutes, guys.
Towards a bomb. What are we seeing right here?
When there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 still go, 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 slow, go, still go, go, there's no hope, go, still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour, take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
We are back, guys, with the last match for tonight and the spring season. There we are, the grand finals, ladies and gentlemen. We have Animus and 117. Before starting the match, we're gonna go through the worst before, and also congrats for Nova for secure the third spot on Mobile Mayhem. But now we're talking about the winners or the worst. We're gonna start with the rookie of the season. I remind you that the first spot will get $25, so let's start with the third place. So, with 16.3% of votes, we have Datel from Mont. For the second place, we have Karma from Euroleague with 30.2% of votes. And ladies and gentlemen, for the first place of the rookie of the season, we go with 34.9% of votes. We have Calabuso from Envious.
Ooh, boy, Calabuso fried, bro. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I was hearing background stuff. I was like, who the hell's got stuff going on in the background? I had my in-game volume on. The update came through.
Good
Players in the background are literally shouting at the top of their lungs. Okay, so I'm super sorry if you guys got like interrupted or anything like that. I could not tell you who was screaming in the background, but Calabuso, well deserved, homie. I mean, you literally broke record upon record. Hope to see you back next season.
Of course, to remind everybody, all of these votes were done by the players. Community, no involvement in that regard. All pro player votes amongst each other. So in that regard, we don't really have too much to talk about it, right? Just well done to Calabuso. I'm surprised Daytail wasn't in first. If it was me, I'd probably put Daytail up there. But again, all pro player votes, and well done to Calabuso.
Alright, let's go through the sniper of the season, guys. For the third place with 9.3% of votes, we have 3 players. We got Afam, Lucky, and Narcs. 3 good snipers. For the second place with 14% of votes, we have Greed from Euroleague. Congrats. And guys, first place, ladies and gentlemen, with 41.9% of votes, we have Marvel, the only one Marvel from Animus.
Oh, that's unanimous. I mean, my guy didn't even get an invite to the 1v1 Ferg tournament. Why? Because the talent in the competition would not have stood up to the challenge. It was primarily Narcs filling in the spot, though. And I gotta tell you, when Narcs is getting a third place, 3-way tie for third place, that'll just tell you how much respect and rank that man's Marvel name brings to the table when it comes to snipes.
And look, at the end of the day, we're gonna get a glimpse of it in the grand finals, right? So, yeah, once again, not really too much to talk about it. I'm not surprised Marvel's first. He's an absolute go-to player in general. 41.9% of the votes. It speaks for itself, Rhea.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And now the last season, like the last MVP of the season, which is gonna be $50 for the first place. So it's gonna be a little bit higher than the sniper and the rookie of the season. So third place, guys, with 14% of votes, we have again Greed from Euroleague. Second place with 60.3% of votes, we have again Datel from Mont. And guys, like, first spot with 37.2% of votes is taken from Shark from Animus again.
Yeah, I mean, this is a repeat champion. I don't think it's been a few seasons that he's been in this particular stage. Yeah. We didn't even get to see a lot of Shark this season either. That's the thing that scares me and daunts to me. Like, is he the best player still in EU? Is he somebody that we should be always fearful of? He's not in the lobby of the day, but man's name holds weight yet again, and obviously he's going to get the shoe in for that one. I also got to give a huge shout out to Datel for coming through in Mont. That guy carried big weight, and then also Greed. A lot of these newer players getting recognized, got to dig in the vibes.
One thing I love about these player votes for the awards is it does give us a big sign of how much respect is given to players from other players of the community, and Animus as a team clearly well respected in that regard for the competitive strength and how much they've shown up this season. Well done to Shark for taking the first place in the MVP prize, and once again another Animus player, to be fair.
I mean, huge congrats to all players who have made to this list. But now, guys, we were all waiting for this grand final, and I'm really excited to watch this grand final. And for one huge crucial fact, 117 managed to win in semi-finals against Nova, and that was totally unexpected. I mean, not totally, but you know, I think we all thought that we would have seen Nova facing Animus, but 117 surprised us in a very positive way, Imperium.
Yeah, look, it was a hell of a victory for 117 not found, but let's not get it twisted, right? It's not like these are just a rookie players coming into the mix for the first time. You got Dark Wizard, you got Karma, you got Jazz, you got Cosmos, Lucky, and Caesar. All these players are veterans within themselves, right? They know how to play this game. They know how to perform in the right way. Yes, it was a surprise to not see Nova in the grand finals, but I'm realistically not surprised to see this set of players in the grand final under the 117 not found banner verdict.
No, I'm completely on board with you. I mean, I think one of the things that we talked about a tremendous amount at the beginning of the season was, is this team going to be consistent? And if they are they going to always be consistent? You know, it's not a matter of the kind of talent that they bring to the table. It's been more so along the lines of, can they stick together and make it happen in the long run? And here we are. The byproduct of that was scrappy Nova series that we saw in semifinals day. They get just one hell of a search and destroy to close it out, and now they're in the heavyweight championship fight with none other than Animus, and I've got to say, this one has just guts and glory written all over it.
Let's be fair though, Raya, like, arguably their biggest test, justifiably their biggest test, is in the form of Animus. They won the league stage, right? They topped the standings, they topped the qualifying in terms of the semi-finals. And yeah, Animus are certainly a team not to be messed with.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? It's better to say for myself that I could have not expect to not see Nova in the finals, but I could expect to see 117 in the finals, you know, regarding and, you know, watching the past playoffs and the past semifinals. So I totally agree with you. And now let's getting into the match. We're gonna take a look at the maps. So we're gonna start with a hardpoint on Stando, which is gonna be followed by a Session Storm Raid, Domination Summit, and for the second S&D is gonna be on Firing Range. Second hardpoint is gonna be on Takeoff, followed by Domination Standoff, and for the last and third Session Destroy is gonna be placed on Standoff again. Also, going through with the bands, from Animus, we have Search and Destroy Meltdown and Search and Destroy Hacienda. For 117 Not Found, we have Harpoon Slums and Search and Destroy Hockney. So, we all know the maps, we all know the rotation. You know, as I already say, we all know that 117 is extremely solid on S&D, and we all seen that during the playoffs, especially against Nova during the semifinals. So how do you think this team is gonna manage to play against a team such as Animus? Verdict.
Oh, you know, I think this is gonna be a tough battle for both ends. I think the team who comes out on top in dominations, though, are gonna be the wild cards. Why? Because we've seen how both teams play in a hard point. We've seen how both teams play in Search and Destroy. They're going to trade back and forth. You can see one or the other take, you know, the advantage off of each one, and it's not a consistent thing. But the thing that's going to, you know, win this series for me, I think it's, you know, with the best of 7 being played, it's got to be the team that comes through and wins those wild card games. We know how great they are in the trenches of Search. We know how great they are in the trenches of Hardpoint. But that domination game is going to be a toss-up. And it's going to be one that's going to give one of these teams an advantage and the other one kind of left in a corner waiting for the next matchup. Imperium, I need to hear your thoughts on that.
I really love where you're coming from in that regard. I certainly agree. At the end of the day, this is also within reason uncharted territory due to the fact that this is a best of 7. No best of 3. No best of 5. You gotta go the distance, right? Big boy, big brain, big moment plays needs to be pulled out, and it also means that you have the big test of the mental strength, right? The big test of the focus. You get to the game 6, you get to that potential game 7. You're gonna have tired players, tired minds. Who's gonna have the extra level of energy? Who's gonna have the extra kind of like, you know, level of eye gelling skill to kind of say, hey guys, we got this. This is the final game. We're this many games in. We've gotten this far. Boom, let's pull everything out of the bag. So lots of tests to be made across the board for both teams, which is what makes this grand final just so much more interesting.
Yeah, that's why I'm very excited to watch these games. And you know, like Imperium, you highlighted the fact that it's gonna be a best of 7. Do you think we're gonna be able to watch all these 7 games?
Yeah, of course. It's not for me to put one team against the other, right? This isn't the league stage. This isn't kind of like 15, 20 points to be kind of potentially grabbed and all that jazz. Both of these teams have proven themselves up until this point. You have Animus, they've led the pack all the way. You have 117 not found. Bet the Giants, the megaliths of Nova to get to this point. They both deserve to win. So without a shadow of a doubt, great question. I easily see game 7 being come through.
I mean, that's the spirit. All right, I guess we can get into the matches, right?
Yeah, we can. Certainly. It's going to be a big game 7 if we go the distance right now. We're going to be focused hard right here on this hard point as the action is going to be starting us off, as Ray had just mentioned, running through the best 7. It's going to be a hard point standoff, a classic thrown in, as this one is going to be a banger. We're going to be crowning a new champ this season. Lo and behold, the days of Nova reigning superior in EU, I don't think they're out the window, but for this season, it is certainly going to be a newcomer rising up and taking the challenge. And who is it going to be at first? This game 1 is going to be huge, and it's going to unfold out to be probably one of the more monumental ones now. Is if you can do it well on a classic, you can certainly do it well, you know, in the heat of the moment.
Well, okay, look, what is one thing that I do say, Verdict? What's one kind of saying that I tend to pull out of my arsenal of phrases a little bit more commonly?
It's never over. It's never chalked.
Well, no, not just that. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
It's
right?
exactly. There you go.
Of course,
yeah.
Yeah, so of course a good start for any of these teams will certainly put them in the positive light, but once again they're going to need to follow through. So far, so good. Though, as a side of, as a side of, oh my God, what? Sorry, the side of freaking Animus take an early lead.
Yeah, Animus, Club Sexy, whatever you want to call them, they're looking solid. 37-1 now is the point's going to be. Hell, it is not how you start, it's how you finish, right? You know, it's never chalk. They go hand in hand, and right here, it's never chalk on this P1. 10 seconds in, finally getting over that double-digit marker. Certainly not the position that 117 wanted to be at, but guess what? No. They got to battle it out in the trenches. Look at the dumpster site. Grizz finds a little bit of safe haven, but he jumps out, gets taken from the side, and there it goes. The break is going to be sustained, and Animus right now, they're continuing that same kind of momentum over here to P2. One player left on the hill. It's going to be Narks, but he's going to have to do a little bit of a do-si-do. In and out he goes. 117 going to be held out. Now it is going to be Animus. Pretty much a whole 60 on this point.
Interesting. 2 of the 117 not found players are rocking the GKS Verdict. Lucky and Jazz are throwing out that gun into the mix. Kilo's on board and only one CBR4 being utilized. No SKSs for 117 not found, and I would argue that's a little bit of a risk in this map, in this game mode. I look at SKS as being very viable.
Oh, I definitely do, but again, the GKS, it's more along the lines like a more mobile AR. The gun hasn't really had its shine since 2020, and you know, the person I was talking to last night was a person who actually put it on the map. It was Tech, bro. He was so ready for a GK, or not a GKS, but an LK. The GKS was just hit or miss for him. He said it was literally by fluke it was just something that he was trying to makeshift in, and it just panned out so damn perfectly right here. The GKS making its way back into the scene for meta. The LK is certainly craving for my attention. I still haven't seen it. We'll see if maybe we'll get it later on in the series or not, but nonetheless, this one's P4 or P3 bound. We're about 35 seconds left to go. Cosmos, I swear to God, I didn't catch that in 4K, homie.
Are you not surprised? A verdict that the R9 is being rocked by Chris. He's back in the old faithful, baby, right? This is a tale as old as time on board for Chris. He's looking to get back to familiar force, and 83 to 4 lead for him and his team is looking good so far.
Yeah, if my guy doesn't have hops, I don't know what he's playing with. It's the hopper that's coming through the R9, doof, whatever you want to call it. My guy's sitting on 12 solid right here. Drari also sitting on double digits. He's looking to get double digits with the Purifier, but that is going to be Caesar to shut him down. Now, Dark Wizard with the Annihilator. It doesn't look like he popped it. He did. He might have wasted that one. As I was taking a look at it, I called it the trail end of it. And surely, it's a 60-point lead going into P4. You don't have advantage there. What's going on? 117, or you collapsed it early. This is a money hill where you could have turned things around.
Dark Wizard, the only player with positive KD so far in his team. The push is being coming in. Grizz is trying to hold on. He's able to pick up one kill at least. Goes back towards the top. Jumps outside the building. Good stuff indeed. Goes around the back. This is a beautiful play from Grizz. Verdict just playing them like a fiddle.
My God, music to my ears. The R9, oh, the hopper, absolutely making its way in. It's perfectly fitting, right? You're talking about the Guinness and how the time it takes to, like, crisp and get better, you know, before you can put it to your lips. Well, watching Grizz, my man does not wait for anything. Those hops are instant, homie. 17 on board, 5 combo. He is just continuing to rain terror on this 117 not found team, who is, coincidentally not found a lot of success in the hard point. As a matter of fact, P4 was a blunder. It was open for business and literally only got about 5 to 10 seconds off of it.
He had a player from 117 go past him, and he took the shots, and that player from 117 didn't go for the fight. You know why? Because it was in the confines of the building, and that's where the R9 really shows how strong. So I appreciate that for 117. You're not really going to be crazy with an R9 and a 1v1, that kind of situation, and they avoided it like the plague. Right now they need to try and not avoid the hard points, because that's where they're trading behind so far. An 80+ point deficit against Animus so far.
Well, 80-point deficit now is better time than ever. P1, 22 seconds on the clock. We're going to go ahead and jump in for a quick listen and see if 117 not found could reel this puppy in, because it's super close, or could be, on this P2 rotation. We'll see how the magic sounds now as we go ahead and dive right into it with 117.
¿Sniper muerto? ¿Otro sniper muerto?
Tengo granis. No vayas a ese punto ya, por favor.
No, si hemos
Estoy en next,
Bro, estoy solo aquí, bro. Entrar side.
Estoy con vos.
Hit market, muerto.
Ahí no, bottom side, ¿no?
SKS y gas.
Atrás. Nothing más.
Muerto Bluebell.
Gas otro.
Granis.
No gramas.
Ha muerto Ani. Otro más granis cruzado el urban.
No entro, bro. Gas. No estén al lado, bro.
Top side. Con escopeta.
Uno.
Aparezco gallo,
No, está abajo otro.
No, gente.
Dos.
Dos side.
Coger next.
Vamos, hay que entrar más al side, por favor.
Buen next.
Backpack. Bueno.
Otro arriba.
Muerto otro más arriba.
All right, you hear the comms there. I don't think this is the sounds of a team that's given up, but at the same time, it's not the sounds of a team that is putting up numbers in order to make a comeback. 200 to 67. The last little trick time is going to go back to Animus and Imperium. I need to hear from you. Comms, I know we don't speak Spanish, but tone of voice is everything.
Pockets of silence, airs of frustration in the tones. Yeah, it's certainly not looking good for the side of 117 not found in the very start of this best of 7 series. Plenty of opportunities for them to come back, but yeah, not good so far as Animus just continue to reign control. 221 to 67, just 20 points plus left for Animus to close this one out, and it seems like they're looking to execute it in this hard point.
Yeah, you can see there, Narc's going to be taken down. Lucky going to get the afterburn there from the Purifiers. Certainly enough to shut him down, but nobody on point there, as nobody in the vicinity for 117 are able to even get remotely close to the objective.
Crazy.
Grizz on the outskirts, the Madman, he has certainly had his hops for the day, is going to continue to rain down with this R9, and my God, I bet 117 wishes there was some kind of weapon ban, because if the R9 wasn't out, bro, I don't know what needed to go.
Man, like, look, it wasn't really the Grizz R9 that was the big impact. It was just simply Animus played better as a team, and there was no real answer from 117 not found. And I know it's the start of the series, so game one could be them finding themselves, right, in that regard, and it could be like that Pinty Guinness where they just take a little bit longer and they will reach their final form throughout the series. The one thing that worries me is that they didn't have an answer. They didn't seem to have a variable level of strategy to play on, to utilize, to execute, and again, we listened to the comms. It was frustrating, and it speaks for itself. Good play by Animus, though.
Oh, great play. I mean, it's well executed. You get into the long call right there. You've done yourself almost, everything you could have done to get to that P3 closeout, right? It was just only befitting that there was, I mean, literally nobody inside. 117 scrambled towards the P3 early rotation. They get shut down there again. It was all map control early on. It was all, Grizz control towards the end with the... I mean, literally, if you can't make a transition through back alley just because of someone with an R9 running wild and rampant, it is just so damn difficult. And then on top of that, you got people literally holding in each and every angle. I don't know. Is this starting to be a, one for the ages for grand finals, or are we looking at a blowout? Because, I mean, it's got to be now or never. We talked about the hard points being toss-ups. We talked about search and destroys being toss-ups. Both teams being, pretty unique in their own and both abilities. The dominations will be sure to tell, but we got to get through the search and destroy first.
Yeah, and Rhea mentioned that. It's where 117 not found can kind of pop off a little bit more heavily in search and destroy, so I expect them to bounce back hard. Look, the R9 from Grizz to once again go a little bit back towards that. Again, it wasn't that it was the sole reason why Animus won, but it gave them a much well-rounded package to play and execute the objectives, right? And again, 117 not found didn't have an answer. I really hope that they have an answer for anything that Animus throws at them in this second game of Search and Destroy. Because going 2-0 up, even though it's a best of 7 series, once again, you're not laying down good foundations, and you're giving your opponents a much better psychological advantage.
No, you're absolutely right. Now, as we're going to go ahead and move on into it, it's going to be that Search and Destroy on Raid, ladies and gentlemen. Going to be a marquee match right here. This is where the tone's got to be set. If you're 117, you got to find a little success earlier on the attack. And we know we talked about, their plays on Thursday of last week, right? You were talking about slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady. On a game like this, on a map like this, you've got to be ready to rock and roll almost instantly at the drop of a hat. And right now, they're going to be pushing right into harm's way, and that's going to be Narcs pretty much shutting it down. 2 on board. He finally gets dealt with, but damage is already done.
Well, you've also got to think of Marvel being in the mix. Yeah, he's taken down in this first round, so shutting down Marvel is going to be positive for 117 not found. Caesar's going to be able to take a couple of shots off. Unfortunately, Dark Wizard off the back of taking out Godzilla. Jari's going to come in with a 2-piece Cosmo, is left in his own. It's a 1v1 between himself and Grizz. Grizz with the R9 gets a shot to the face. Let Freedom reign with a shotgun blast. And Animus take round 1.
I need another pie-in after that one, my guy. Rounds the quarter and Tiki Bar. I thought you were serving it up. Sure enough, you get served up yourself. There it goes. The Doof making its way here in Raid. Everyone's like, why? Why is he using it on a map like this? It's huge, right? Well, he swapped it out since, but I mean, let's be real. My man's is ready to rock and roll and rumble at any given time. Right now, he is already in the spawn sites. He is that demon that you got to deal with. It looks like Cosmos might be able to get a little bit of an info on him, but the contact grenade's going to hold back, and sure enough, he gets the info he needs. Gonna retaliate by giving it back to the team.
Very defensive play from 117 Not Found, even though they're the attacking side. I know that they of course, want to be within reason careful, but again, you don't want to give your opponents too much of an inch, otherwise they're going to take that mile and follow through. Jazz is going to take down Marvel. That's positive. It gives them the body advantage to make that potential push forward. Seems like they're hovering towards the B bomb site. Grizz is going to be there out in the open waiting underneath garage area, so might be able to catch him off guard, shove him between the top and the bottom, make sure that he has all angles. Cover is going to take a couple of shots up, going to transfer his way back up. He's on his own for the time being, in towards the entrance of the building, gets Jazz, then he gets taken down.
Here it goes, and that's going to give Dethelia and Narks plenty of time to make the rotation through. Narks with the shots through mid, looking to hold off the push there, but Dethelia, the stab in the back has never felt so rough. It is going to be Caesar able to pick up the bomb, but there's only about 30 seconds on the clock, a little bit of motion and scramble. But Narks has been dropped in the background. Now it's Dark Wizard and Caesar looking to get this bomb plant down smooth, methodical, everything just processing proper. It's like any kind of hiccup they take, they're able to like slowly adjust and make the right move.
If anybody can pull off a two-piece, I kind of feel like it's Cathilla, right? He's not a man to be messed with, and he goes for the entry point, pushes in. He still has 27 seconds on the clock, so I think making an early move as quickly as he did is very positive. Gets on towards the top of the center building.
So
He's
good.
able to find Caesar. Looks for shots at the Dark Wizard. Slivers him down to a little bit of health, and now he's going to make the chase. Dark Wizard, playtime. Take the shots. Goes for the reload. He has to play around the side of the rock. He comes in for the backstab. Gets the shot to the Dark Wizard. But the pre-nade for Dark Wizard shuts down Cathilla and gives the round over to 117 Not Found. But let's not make any mistakes. That was an incredible move.
My God. The last-ditch effort there from Dark Wizard, taking a page out of Karma's notebook, homie, and it never looked better. I know this isn't stage 5, but guess what, baby? This is about as close to stage 5 as we're going to get this early on. Cathelia walking right into the nade, and Dark Wizard reaping the benefits of playing time as well as forcing the hands of his opponent. Right now, we're into another round. We're 30 seconds into this next round, and I'm still trying to break down what I just saw. Just absolutely beautifully done. And now it's all up to the 3 players left standing here as each team have dropped 2 for 2s. Minute 20 on the clock. Jazz and Lucky looking to make the rotations through, but Cathelia looking to play his life right here on the top side of red. The info is going to come in. They're right below him. Lucky's dropped. Caesar going to be able to extend his life, but at the expense of losing 1 and not getting the trade. Jazz able to deal with the pest, but now it's on the pressure. There's no one there to retaliate. And Marvel and Arcs, they're the 2 sniper towns. They're just going to allow things to happen and sit back in the cut and wait for it to come for them.
Jazz, incredible play by Jazz. Really loved it. Not only did he pick up an all-important kill to take it to 2-2, but he was even on some pre-fire around the other side of the corner. It was just really valuable teamwork. And now as the bomb goes down, Narks is going to be able to get the drop onto Jazz. Caesar's left in his own. It's 1v2. You got to get the shots. Not going to connect. Marvel gets a pick off. It's going to defuse the bomb. There's no pre-nade this time, man. Nothing saving you as the round goes over to Animus.
Yeah, plenty of time to do it. And well, man, this has been epic back-to-back rounds as we're going to go into the 4th. It's 2-1. Right now, Animus hold the smoke. They hold the advantage, but at any given time, that can be swapped at the drop of a grenade. Am I right? We've seen it 2 rounds ago. That is certainly going to be downloaded, clipped, and put wherever and everywhere it needs to be seen. Grizz, Narks, they all rack up the kills. This one was over before it even started. We're trying to break down last round. This round's already over.
Oh my lord. Like, I was looking at this going, 117 Not Found, are they 5-man pushing A? Are they really 5-man pushing A? I'm all for an aggressive push on A bomb site, especially in raid, but you still have to get information. You still have to get that initial kill, right? You need to create that opening. Especially a team like Animus, when you have Grizz with whether it's an R9 or a CBR4, in your opponent's team, you can't expect to push through them like that. So yeah, this isn't a butter through knife for 117 Not Found. You have to carve that entry point.
Yeah, carving the entry point right inside kitchen, inside the money room as well. The knife goes right through the walls and lands right in Dark Wizard's wheelhouse. Jazz gonna get the concussion, not the concussion, but the contact grenade, the gammon bomb, if you would. The two players have already dropped instantly. The aggressive play towards the pool side gets shut down, and you got to play to your advantages. You're down, right? But slow and steady wins the race for 117. The Spanish connection, they thrive on being down and being in the trenches. Right now, the trenches are looking tough. Caesar able to find one shot through as he's able to connect on Drari. Narc's looking to test the waters as well as Rockside looking like it might be approached, but you see the spread. This is a 2-2 split. There's Lucky who's hitting one, but how much longer can he hold off the aggressive push?
True, but that defense spread that Animus had when they still had a full stack up was just incredible. And even though they lost 2 players, it just allowed them to set up to take them down to just a solo. Lucky's left in his own, and Grizz gets the final kill. This is tough for 117 Not Found. Very, very tough. Bar the beautiful nade kill from Dark Wizard, like that's the only round they've won, right? And they barely won it. When we look at 117 Not Found as being that search and destroy team, they're not showing up today, not yet at least.
Oh, they have it indeed now, but again, as we mentioned earlier, it's slow and steady wins the race. They get to flip the sides, they get to flip the scripts now as they're going to be on the defense. They can take it as slow as they want. They don't have to force anything. They can allow their opponents to make the mistakes, and that's where they have seemed to thrive in games past. As a matter of fact, I was thinking back to the Nova game where they won in Meltdown, right? We get the flip sides, and it was, I mean, there was no contest. It was 4 rounds in a row. They took all the smoke and more. Right now, Dark Wizard's going to be able to get the first strike. Bomb's going to go down, but it's at the expense of one player already being down for Animus.
Look how much more proactive Animus are, though, compared to when 117 Not Found were the attacking side. Right, they're controlling the pace. They're manipulating 117 Not Found in all of the right ways.
They are. I can't argue with that, but we got to give 117 the benefit of the doubt. This is where they got to turn things around. Right now, it's pretty much been the Drari show. 3 kills on board. Dark Wizard gets handed the smoke as well. That's 4 on board for Drari. Arguably one of the best search and destroy players in stage 5, day 2. And he won my vote. Obviously, he didn't get the vote, but if I had any say so, it would have been his name tossed in the mix. And right now, he is making out for 8 already. And we're already on map point. This one, what's going on? 117, where you at? You need to answer back now.
5-1 match point to give Animus a 2-0 lead in the series. It is, once again, best of 7 between these two teams. So it's still going to be a minimum of 2 more games after this if Animus wants to clear out this series 4-0. Dark Wizard looking for a player or 2 from Animus. His teammate Caesar is going to go down, so it's 4 players apiece. The bomb has been planted. 117 need to make a move verdict.
Yeah, Jazz just wins a massive gunfight on the backside. 20 seconds left. The redirect here from Grizz. Is he going to be able to handle Jazz? Jazz voted by the players for this team to be an MVP candidate for them. Well, guess what? He gets shut down. It is 6-1, ladies and gentlemen. 2-0 already for Animus. It has not been close. The hard point will struggle. Search or destroy. I was thinking maybe, you got your feet wet a little bit. You took a few punches. You'll get back in the ring. You'll stand straight up, right? Wrong, man. A little bit of wobbly leg coming through, looking like some Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury kind of fight action. As we are getting geared up for Game 3 Imperium. Good night, man. That was a phenomenal Dark Wizard clutch, but where was the follow-up?
Yeah, there was one other sparkling moment from Jazz, but other than that, the team looked defeated in that game too. They really did. They played passive. I'm all for being calculated, being a little bit slow and steady, right? You mentioned it, slow and steady win the race, but you can't let your opponents trample all over you. And I made note of it. Between the two sides, when they were each attacking, Animus looked so much more proactive, right? And when 117 Not Found were just laying down, what do they expect Animus to do. Again, this is the grand finals, right? This is essentially the best team in Europe right now that 117 are going up against in the form of Animus. Any mistake like that, any kind of slowdown, any kind of a lack of proactivity is going to get punished. And when we compare the third, fourth place series and the performance that came through from the side of 5%, it was way better from 5%.
Oh, yeah.
So I really look at this as dangerous territory for 117 not found, like massively dangerous territory. I would arguably say if they lose this game 3, they've lost the series.
No, I completely agree with you. Why? Because we're not going to be slowing down anytime soon. I thought Ray was going to be an opportunity for us to slow down, and get our wits about us if we're 117. I mean, you just saw how everything just kind of like piled up, and just you never really dealt with the problems from games past or mistakes past. And right now, I mean, basically what you saw was everything relied on that one round when they won, and it was basically that round drowned out 6 more times, and it not going through, the grenade not connecting. There was not a time where they connected, and I'm gonna be honest with you, we're moving on to a Dom Summit where it is about to get even worse.
Maybe it is one of those things where 117 not found are just being made to look bad because of how good Animus are. That could be the case, right? That could be the case. But if you want to be the best, you've got to beat the best, and that's what 117 need to do in this game number 3. Domination Summit. Let's get this show on the road, my friend.
Yeah, here we go. A and C caps coming through respectively. Animus not afraid to hop the hill. They're going to go ahead and put 20 up. Drari's one-man wrecking crew finally gets dealt with. Dark Wizard through the connector, connected and shot. Surely Spanish connection. Got to connect more than a few here as they're down 2-0. It's a game of, wits. It's a game of being able to withstand the distance. And, in a best of 7, you get shut down in 4. That is pretty demoralizing.
Look, maybe this is premature, but I just don't like the GKS being used. I just don't. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm stupid, but I think it's a bad call from Lucky. We'll have to wait and see as he does get taken out by Drari. Good play overall, though, by the side of 117 not found for the start of this game. They have a triple cap.
Yeah, they do have a triple cap. They got a little bit under. As I'm taking a look at it, I know the names are wrong. We'll get that corrected. Obviously, before I started, I did not correct that, and that's on me. There it goes, instantly done. In chat, I know you guys are wilding, but guess what? It is going to be the first B and A caps going to stick. Cosmos looking for the action down low, finds a nasty 2-piece, and that is sparking the momentum here for this 117 team to get kind of done dirty on both the hardpoint and the search and destroy. Now it's time for them to do the dirty.
Okay, Gothidian Marvel. Cosmos, he's going to trade it up. 25-38 now. Still a bit of a lead coming over for the side of 117 not found. You can see Animus, though, they now have the double cap, and they are going to, of course, look to slow that lead down, turn it into a lead for themselves as the deficit is being trickled little by little. Great play across the board, and something similar once again compared to 5% going up against Nova. Both teams not fighting for B. He seems to be all about that trade between the A and the C cap.
It is, and I mean the team that holds the C cap primarily has that early advantage to get on the B. And you can see it. The C cap is coming through for the side of Animus. They're gonna go for the flip, but here come the streaks. Cosmos keeping the dream alive, able to find 2 there in the feed. And now the momentum, the shift, it's going to be a triple. C is eventually traded, but map control, so far so good here for 117. They're trading blows to the best of the best, and now is better time than ever.
65-41. Couple of streaks to be utilized for the side of 117 not found. Drone available for Cosmos, and just as I say, he pulls it out. I don't think it's a bad idea. Maybe the timing not perfect. Remains to be seen how it's going to be pulled out for him and how it's going to benefit the rest of the team. Now it's going to end and nothing really utilized, so a bit of a wasted opportunity. As of course, when you pull out the drone, you're static, right? So you're kind of down a player in that regard.
Oh, and on top of that, you get 3 to hop the hill. The numbers were in your favor. You had the budget UAV. Not able to maximize. All that progress going to be shut down. And you can see the focus. They're head honcho for B, right? Well, I think that's the wrong play. I think they need to go for a little bit more of a creative strat. They need to figure out how to get that C flip. Lucky spawning in right there. The kills coming through. The triple cap is going to come through momentarily. Is the side. Oh, my. Drury going to be able to relieve here for 117. And there goes Drury getting almost a complete team cap wipe.
Man, it's been a great series so far from Drury. Across the 3 games, he's put out some pretty solid performances. Narcs is having a bit of a low-key disappointing one to begin with. That's just one thing to point out. 7-11 is KD so far in this game, number 3 of the series. The lead has been handed over to the side of Animus. It's not by much, though, as you are getting towards the end of the first half.
Yeah, that's going to be it. Triple cap is going to stick. 117 started off strong, but again, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Right here, 182, 18-point deficit you're going to have to overcome, and then look at it, man. We're looking at a pocket full of sunshine for Narcs, Gathelia, and Grizz. 2 Goliaths, a Dragonfire, and a Predator. There is nothing to work with except for Attack 5 if you're 117 not found. And I mean, I know we get a little bit of talking to come into this first half, but we're going to the second half. Let's go ahead and let the teams do the talking now, as we're going to go ahead and jump right into it with none other than Animus. They got a 2-0 advantage. They got streaks galore. Can they close this second half out?
Top.
Yo, I'm lurking.
Nice.
Yeah, you should have spawned. Play alive now. Let me make a push together. Top. One top dead. One more top.
I'm just saying.
Dead. I got them top.
Green, pushing. Turn.
Copy. One top.
I'm responding it.
We need top.
Top dead. One more top.
One more.
I'm watching bomb.
Yeah, I'm coming with you, Nax.
I have a drone. I use drone.
Nice. I'm going top.
One on C, dead on C.
Nice. House spawn, get here. House spawn.
I play drone on this spawn.
Top dead.
Yeah, I'm gonna play my streaks. I got your serve. Once no.
Green dead.
Should I use it? I'm using it.
Two mid lane, mid lane.
Be careful, don't push.
Yeah,
One top, we see. Push.
Yeah, top.
Let's
Go. Take your. Just watch C. Hold
no, I need help on middle. I have got C, Dora. That's fine.
Two pushing. Let push.
Let's see, I think. Yeah,
one top, two top. I got one.
Hold my top.
One shot, absolutely one shot on top.
Bridge.
Top dead.
I'm gonna prep so you can cap. Dead, you can cap. You can keep capping.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Almost got a.
One bottom. Yeah, C. One's on C.
Okay, you guys spawn there.
Dead.
I mean, you're talking about golden pinnacle of comms, everything flowing, traffic is just on point. The direction's there, everything is clear. I don't know what much more you could get out of this Animus squad. Like, how much better?
Narcs needs to chill sometimes. I say that in, like, the best possible way, but he's so loud with his comms. But hey, it works for the team. Grizz, I was very impressed with his comms and that. He was very clear, concise, and he was directive in all the right ways. And look, as a team, they're performing extremely well. They're communicating extremely well, and they have a pretty solid lead over 117 Not Found. I gotta give 117 Not Found a lot more respect in this domination game, especially a map like Summit. It's not easy, and I think they've put up a pretty decent challenge in this game 3. Fortunately, seems like it is going to continue in the direction of Animus, and we are going to see a 3rd game in a row for the might of Europe.
Yeah, nothing shy of a miracle is going to be needed here. The team wipe comes through. The B-cap looking like it might come through as well. Jazz looking to anchor the pack. The B-cap does stick. You can see Gathelia lurking in the background, waiting to make sure no one spawns behind him, and sure enough, he's going to be able to hop the A-cap, but I don't think he actually gets the info. The team is already there, and I think you may have caught it. I mean, I'm never the one to call one too soon, but you could see it, the map control. It was elite. The comms were even better, and then the gameplay along with it. The gun is just absolutely firing on all cylinders. I don't know, Animus just coming in with a different like feel, different vibe. They just look like they are untouchable at this moment.
A triple cap is needed for 117 not found at this stage of the game, and the double cap is just being retaken by Animus. It puts them on 190 and counting with 1 minute and 15 left on the clock. Over 40, over 50 points behind now for 117 not found, and it doesn't look like it's gonna stop any time soon. Continued confidence performance from Animus in this series, the grand finals of Mobile Mayhem. Game number 3 of this best of 7 series secured by Animus.
I mean, I don't know what else you got to do here. This is a moment where, you know, we were supposed to get a little bit of breathing room for the side of 117. We jumped right back in it hot and heavy in a Summit game that, I mean, I knew this was going to be a blender for one of the teams, and based off of the momentum, I would have assumed it was 117. After watching it, it was a stout first half.
Yeah.
But you even look down at the breakdown towards the end of the first half. It was a triple cap. You know, an 18-point deficit where 117 couldn't even find success before they closed the first half out. I mean, that was a tale of tragedy right there, and it just never stopped. The griefing continued, and 117, they look like they're out of their league right here. Can they reel it back into Game 4?
Look, I think at this stage, they'd be happy to even take one game off Animus, and I would argue that within reason, that would be an accomplishment. Like, I say that not in a disrespectful way to 117 not found, genuinely. I say that in a way of Animus are just so strong and dominant right now, right? They're playing like a well-oiled machine. They're fluid, they're cohesive. Very little is getting past them, right? And that's why I say it would be genuinely a good thing to see 117 take even one game off them in this best of 5 series.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it now. We're in for the long haul. It's now or never for 117. You'd be happy to take one. I'm gonna need to see at least 2 for me to be convinced that well, I can't say the same. I need 2 just to see that you can compete. Or is this like single-handedly handing the keys to Animus for, you know, the streets of EU? Is this where like Nova's reign of terror stops and Animus picks up and just, I mean, obliterates everybody? I mean, that's basically what it's looking like, because they are, I mean, this is a team that, you know, Nova struggled against it and eventually lost to in a Search and Destroy a meltdown. And we're looking at the byproduct out of it. It just doesn't even look like we're in the same category.
The torch, to me, is for the time being firmly handed over to Animus to carry a mantle of the best team in Europe. Yes, there's still the official tournament of Call of Duty Mobile to come up, right? And that will be the biggest test for all of these European teams as well as the teams across a global stage. Until that comes, though, we have the likes of Mobile Mayhem to really solidify and show us what the teams in Europe have got to offer. And Animus, they're offering up 5-course meals left, right, and center, right? The best of the best Michelin star performances from Animus so far, and it doesn't look like it's stopping anytime soon in these grand finals.
Well, the good thing is we're going to get a little bit of another breathing room now as we're going to get geared up for... That's right, it's not going to be a hardpoint on the agenda. It's going to be a search or destroy. The best of 7 prevails. It goes hardpoint, search, domination, search again, then another domination, or is that another hardpoint? I think that's a hardpoint. Yeah. No, it's another domination.
No, it's a search and destroy.
Okay, well, somebody is absolutely throwing for game... There we go, it's fixed. It's search or destroy for game 4, and then a hardpoint, domination, and then search for game number 7. So... Hardpoint or search and destroy firing range has been single-handedly just a game and a map that 117 have found tremendous success on. And I've got to say, if they can't turn it around now, there's no hope. Obviously, because it's game 4, it's done, right? Well, I mean, obviously, this is their map. This is where they thrive at. Can they take this game from Animus and prove that they deserve to be in a spot like this on a stage like this?
Anything such as what they showed to be a tremendous performance, goes out the window. Genuinely goes out the window, and I kind of say that for both teams, right?
Interesting.
Out the window. It doesn't matter. It all comes down to what you can do now, here, in the moment. The 117 not found. They are 3 games down against Animus. They need this game win. They need this search and destroy win.
They need it like a patient needs oxygen. They need it like fish need water. They need it like Imperium needs his Guinness. And right now, we are not going to be able to wait 120 seconds. We're going to need it ASAP. We're going to need the hops on board. We're going to need a lot of action off the rip. And off the rip, we're going to get Drari in the cut. He's going to be jungle side, shutting it down. Thumper at hand, making sure his presence is known as he's got the jungle house now. We see the first trade comes in. It's Cosmos, your bomb carrier. A little bit of redemption, though, as Lucky's able to seal the deal of the shots. But guess what? There's no safety in wood either. And the trades are in 2 for 2. Imperium, we got ourselves a little bit of a scrappy first round.
Great use of smokes by Animus, in my opinion, for the start of this game, especially handling towards a beam bomb site. Return fire, executed quite nicely. Still, the bomb in the hand of Jazz for 117 not found. It's really important that they take every single attacking round to their advantage. And Marvel picking up Dark Wizard is not the way you want to see it. Luckily, Caesar is there to trade.
And here comes the path of success here. 2 players already stacking the side. They're already anticipating the backstab, and they're 100% correct. Jazz does leave a little bit of vulnerability. Here comes the push. It's in trailer. The Thumper comes through. It's a free kill for Grizz, and sure enough, Caesar going to be left on his own. It's 30 seconds in. He's got a DLQ and a little bit, but 2 push out. The sweats coming in. The bunny hops on point. Never stood a chance. Homie, when you play your 2s, that's so that's that crispy. Ain't no way, right? That's like one of those moments where you just get world star. You're like, oh damn, those guys, they would want to be dead, and they did not even want a single chance for me to take a shot. I know that moment too well.
Perfect play from Animus. Absolutely perfect. Now 117 not found. They came close in the first round, planting the bomb, to pulling out a round win, but it wasn't meant to be. It's going to be even harder in this second game as Jazz goes down to an early shot from Narc. Grid is going to be traded by Dark Wizard. The nade from Dark Wizard once again proven to be very valuable for 117 not found.
And here we go, bulking up for a jungle push. Guess
Drari.
what? Drari. He's a jungle warrior.
Drari.
Look at him. He cannot be seen. Gets 1, gets 2. They never even saw it coming. Dark Wizard finally able to shut him down. Damage is in, bro. Was literally just waiting. Hey, like, tell me when to go. No E40 needed, certainly. West Coast vibes here in EU as we are here for it. Oh, is this Lucky? Not even hear anything behind him. That's Cathilia. My God, they are crossing the T's. They're dotting the I's. They're putting panic and fear in the hearts of 117. And in Spanish Connection cannot connect the dots here in this second round. It's all on Dark Wizard, though.
He's out in the open. Nothing he can do as he pulls out the Koshka. Switches between the sniper and the CBR4. Luckily, he does have the bomb to utilize, but in a 1v2, once again, gonna be easier said than done. I think he's taking too much time if he's looking for an A bomb plant, in my opinion. Seeing as the shutdown initially came towards the B bomb plant. Throws out a nade. Smoke, should I say. Give himself a little bit of vision, but that in itself is probably a easy indication that the bomb plant has come through. It is going to be executed into a trade. There he goes. The defense is going to have to be perfect for Dark Wizard.
And they're going to play their 2s. Here comes the push. Never stood a chance again. This is just an ample opportunity where you see a moment where it is so clear. You got to play together. Get the info for trailer. Marvel and Cathilia, they waste no time to push together. They get the team shots. Dark Wizard, again, drops. But this has been 2 solid rounds back-to-back on the attack for 117. Just not being in a position to have numbers to hold off these 2s coming through in the last after the bomb plant. They've got to maximize, and they've got to do a better job of player protection towards the end game.
But even as a solo, he should have been playing time more and not instantly going towards trader, right? That was just so much easier for Animus to push it on that as the body advantage. You're right, though. Not having the numbers is ultimately not the way for 117 not found to succeed, and luckily they've been able to get the pick on the first kill, make that a second as they trade quite effectively, and the bomb plan comes through.
Yeah, Dark Wizard able to peel 2 back. Lucky hit some shots. No luck needed there. Marvel and Grizz now. The numbers prevail here for 117. Spanish looking for a connecting round for themselves. Grizz, the madman, in trailer sight's going to hop out. It finds one. There's one laying right in front of him. He's going to get doused, though. Dark Wizard coming through with a little bit of sorcery, a little bit of magic. And Marvel now on his own. He's got a 1v2. He's not going to be able to connect the shots on another. It is the first round of 117 in the Cavalry. They might be pulling it in for a reverse right here on that round alone. That looked like the most convincing round in any portion of any of the games that we've seen so far, where 117 have collectively looked great.
About time 117 I found Vocus and woke up and showed us what they can do, and I say that in the nicest possible way. I say that in a way that I want to see them push Animus to their limits. 3 players apiece in this 4th round. The bomb is dropped, so they need to try and find a way to pick it up, but that is certainly going to be easier said than done as Godzilla's holding them back along with Marvel. The strong defense from Animus being a name of the game all throughout for Animus. They've been proactive, they've been defensive, they've been exactly where they need to be throughout these 3 games.
Yeah, minute 12 on the clock. Push it to the limit here. Marvel opens up with a 2-piece. There's no Port of Miami here. It is all Cuba. There is a no trade zone going through here. Everything is blocked off. It is a matter of these 5 players taking each other on. And I got to say, 117, you haven't gotten the best of anything so far other than that last round. And it's got to be crisp for moving forward here. Now, as you read the defense, they get the info, they make the trades over to the A side or the B side. I like it. The smoke comes through, and that's the indicator. Here comes Narcs. He's on the prowl, looking for anything cheeky and everything in between. The push is going to come through. Lucky should not have slid peek there, bro. Just too damn good right there from Narcs.
Jazz! Like when the bomb is just being planting, luckily Jazz is able to clutch up, and Dark Wizard is going to pick up the 3rd kill, and that's going to be a 2nd round in the favor for 117 not found. There's life in the old dog just yet.
Old dog is still young, man. My guys haven't seen the light of day yet. We're in firing range. We are literally in the heat of the moment. It has just been a back and forth blender moment for them right now. A little bit of clarity. It's 2-2. They can do this. They got a little bit of confidence under the belt, right? They can take them down. Animus are not, undisputed champions yet. The 3 games, they've looked solid, but yeah, if my math counts me correctly, they need 4. And right now, this is their opportunity to make that comeback as we see a little bit more of a conservative round. This is much needed, right? You've got flip sides after this, so find a way to take the advantage. Whatever you got to do, it's in the trenches, man. Everything is fair in love and war, right? There's no love here if you lose, okay? There's only hate, and you're not going to be able to bounce back after a demoralizing 4-0. So find a way to find this energy to take this round, get that momentum rolling over to the next 3.
No kills just yet across both sides. Cosmo still with the bomb in his hands. The QL from the DLQ, should I say, from Lucky up on top of wood. Narcs is gonna find Dark Wizard though, and that's fortunately not the way. 117 not found. Want to find themselves. Drari holding on to B as he has valiantly throughout the round so far. Godzilla finds Jazz.
Yeah, look at Grizz, man. I don't know how the hell Man's got up top, but he's literally just waiting for someone to make one wrong move and certainly going to be able to capitalize on it. Godzilia does indeed, and now it's the push towards the A site. The info's going to come through. Focus is all around. He's got 1. He's got 2. Looking for a 3rd. Wasn't even close. My guy stacked up. He lined him up. He knocked him down 3 in a row. All with 1 bowling ball, homie. Good night, Grizz. 1-man wrecking crew. Didn't even need a nade, homie. It was just all 1, 2, 3 done. It looked like, what was that game back in Nintendo we used to play? What was that, Duck Hunt? My guy made it look easy, bro.
Duck, goose, and you gotta be crackers to find the better of the side of
oh, man.
of the side of Animus in this one. And look, as the defending side now, they're going to be looking to try and shut down Animus, and it's going to be easier said than done. Dark Wizard, Lucky, 2 players left alive.
That round was pretty demoralizing. If not, it's this ensuing round that leaves Dark Wizard in a 1v5, the quarters rounded. Grizz doesn't see it happening, but doesn't matter. Drawer's there to have his back. You got people that see it happen. You got people that make it happen. You got people that don't even know what the hell is happening. Right there, I think that was one of those moments where, you know, you're just kind of running around the map crazy, wild, man. You missed the corner, and sure enough, you didn't expect to be in spawn. But lo and behold, Drawer is right there to hold your hand and certainly able to close the round out. Wasn't much needed to be done there. It was only one player, so no harm, no foul. Right there, Grizz redeeming himself, finds first blood. Cosmos dropping. The grief is just continuing here for the Spanish connection. They are literally stacking inside of 10 right now, holding on to the wits.
Caesar, at least able to pick up Grizz at a good level of balance at least, and instead of kind of pinch a little bit in the corners, reload comes through. Caesar picks up one. It's gonna get shut down though by Marvel. Luckily, in the meantime, some eliminations, some kills came through, and that puts Marvel left on his own. The body advantage given over to the side of 117 not found. They need every single round. In my eyes, they cannot allow this to go to game, set, match point for Animus. 4-2 up, 3-0 up in the series for Animus.
And here comes 55 seconds on the clock. Rounds the corner. Dark Wizard right in Armory. Hello. Got another round. Need all hands on deck for Spanish connection because the 117 have not found a lot of success, and I think this has probably been the closest this series has ever been, and it's 3-0. So that'll just paint you a picture. If you missed out, you didn't miss out on much other than Animus just steamrolling right here. Is this the bounce back that we were anticipating from 117? Well, we picked it on this map. It had to have been, right? Because not only is it an elimination game, but it's possibly one of their better search and destroy maps altogether.
Jazz holding top, Lucky down onto the bottom, being supported by Cosmos. Jazz and Dark Wizard are going to get put down to the ground. Narcs as well following through. Caesar on a silver of health. Lucky trying to hold on for dear life, but there's not much he can do. He's the last player alive in a four-person team, and that's Animus going to just deal another blow, another punch into the gut of 117 not found. And verdict, we are looking at game, set, match, series, hasta la vista point for Animus.
No, assalamu alaikum here, boys. This is it. We will not see you back if you cannot reel this one in. 117, put everything you got on the table, on the line here in firing range. It is now or never. Narcs, one shot is going to be taken down. Jazz opening up with a good opening frag, and that is a big, big kill if you're talking about flanks. Looking at that player holding it on, but Marvel has been the rock. He doesn't care what you say. It is him, and Jabrody's lining up just to get knocked out left and right. Grizz looking for shots. Drawy's one shot. He does find Caesar now. This is the beginning of the end. Lucky holding on for dear life. He gets pushed, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. We have crowned our champions. It is going to be Animus taking the bag, and Imperium. It was never a moment of doubt, or it was only a matter of when are they going to do it.
Realistically, yeah, we kind of called it when it came down to that game number 3, right? And if they got the game 3, it was going to be that game 4 in their back pocket, and Animus just pulled it out. I don't want to say it was an anti-climactic final, because I want to give a lot of respect to 117 not found, but clearly they were in over their heads, and Animus proved why they are currently the best team in Europe. Just steamrolled, game in, game out, hard point in, hard point out, search and destroy round in, search and destroy round, domination in, domination out. It was just a clinic for the side of Animus.
I mean, you name it, and they did it, right? I mean, the domination game, flawless in the second half. The search and destroy, they beat them on their best map. The first search and destroy round, I mean, it wasn't even close. And the hard points, bro, we only got through one hard point. Oh, okay. We were talking about how much those were going to be swings. We didn't even get the chance to go back up. We were all coming down. In 117, they got dropped like a sack of potatoes, homie. You know, it was over before it began. Much props to 117, but when you're stepping in the ring, when, you know, Tyson Fury, Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, you know, the 1-2 punches. You can only take so many jabs. You can only take so many, you know, uppercuts. You can only take so many times of hanging on the ropes before you just have to tap out. And that Search or Destroy was, it was a display of just some of the most dominant Search in any form capacity that I've seen to date. And it was a 6-3, and 117 found a lot of success, but I mean, a lot of success. Losing 6-3, I mean, that'll just tell you what it is. And I mean, I don't know what else to say.
Was it an underperformance for 117 I found? Yes. There was clearly more than a couple of points where they played defeated, they sounded defeated, and that in itself, look, if you put yourself in the mindset of being defeated, that's how it's gonna follow through, right? Especially against a team like Animus. But I do think they can hold their heads high, and they fully deserve to get to where they got. They took down Nova in the semi-finals. They booked their spot, deservedly so, in the grand finals, and they still finished off second place. The thing is, Animus are now the new blueprint for EU COD Mobile Competitive. They now hold the torch, hold the mantle, and they take home $660 for that first place as well verdict.
Oh, they do indeed. Now, as we're going to take it back to the booth, Rhea. Wow. 4 games in, 4 games done. It was a best of 7. It was over before it began. What happened? I'm shocked. I'm shell shocked. I've been through the ups and downs. It was never a roller coaster. It was just all highs. And Rhea, from your perspective, I know, like, you know dominance when you see it.
Yeah, I mean, first, before starting to speak, like, first, huge congrats to Animus. You have won Mobile Mayhem spring season, like, well deserved. But, you know, I was craving to watch this match, and not gonna lie, I had very high expectation for this grand finals, and I really wanted to watch close games. But, you know, Animus literally say, nope, we're on fire tonight, we're on another level tonight, and we have to secure this first place. And they did it. So, like, Imperial, let me tell you, like, that 3 pieces from 117, that nade from Dark is literally renting free in my head right now. From that shit, it's literally renting free. And, you know, he made it look so easy to do it, but that was one of the smartest moves I ever seen on Mobile Mayhem.
Of course. And individually, Dark can hold his head high in that regard. But, you know, standout viral moments don't make a complete team, don't make a complete performance. You know, Animus as a team's performance lives rent-free in my head more than